explode me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Explode me. Explode me. Give it all to 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 me. Let me give it all to me. You make me feel like I've got dynamite inside. You make me feel so free. I can't wait till you're here by my side. Light that fire in me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Let me give it all to me. Explode me. Explode me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. You make me feel like I've got dynamite inside. You make me feel so free. I can't wait till you're here by my side. Light that fire in me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me. Let me give it all to me.
I've been strolling in the darkness, yeah, all night. Need nobody's help 'cause I'm my own light. I just wanna be somebody in my life. But the race is peaceful, so I don't know how to put up a fight. Against my struggles, but I'm putting up all my might. Against my problems, but I don't let mine go out of my sight. But still, sometimes I waver, but I promise I keep up. I keep moving, this ain't over until goodbye. I miss the darkness and see if
Gaming Morning Show. The sounds of morning.
Early in the morning,
Birds singing.
gotta feed the donkey.
The sun peeking above the horizon.
The donkey,
The gentle nudge from your morning alarm clock.
this is what he says.
A subtle reminder that today is a new day. A new day for you to watch Gaming Morning Show. The show where you'll find science lessons.
Says, when I bake bread, I give thousands of yeast organisms false hope by feeding them sugar before ruthlessly cooking them to death in an oven and eating their corpses. Wow.
I thought you
think
were
about bread a whole new way.
I thought you were about to say orgasms for a second there. Did either of you ever have that happen when you were in like biology class and you're reading?
Have an orgasm? I've never orgasmed during
The biology text doesn't do that for you? It's like, oh yeah.
Great deals.
computers and accessories
Wait,
special bundle.
Mike, they got the super chroma color in. Did you know they had that? You
I know.
overpaid for your computer.
By a lot. I wonder if, do you think they price match?
They might. Well, this is half off.
Can you take a screenshot of this and try to get a store price match?
And linguistic perfection.
Is that like when I roll my R's?
Good.
Romance.
Great.
Romance. See, everyone.
Romance.
It's not a hiss.
So let me hear your battle cry.
Kiki. Oh!
Kiki what?
As we all charge into Gaming Morning Show.
More like Kiki. Whoa, am I right?
Now, if only I could find a way out of this box. I'll catch up. 'Cause GMS starts right now.
Morning, gamer. It's time for Gaming Morning Show. It is Monday, November 29th, 2021. Thanks for being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Sean on the left. I am Hefty Goof. It is good to see you. Spacing Out is in the chat, and more on to you. Kiki Low checking in 42 past 5 o'clock, a minute before Downs gave us a couple of waves as well. Scott Chick is here this morning. It is a Monday. We're going to kick off the week worth of shows. Hope everyone had a long weekend. If you're in the U.S., Thanksgiving, all that jazz, and had some fun. Congratulations, Mike. Had a pretty good fundraiser yesterday, $1,500. You can still donate to the Movember cause. There's a couple more days, so that's pretty exciting too. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We have days of the day. We have someone in death who urged everybody to bet on a Nebraska football game, so that's exciting.
Makes sense.
If you're looking for a former president's stolen dog collar, you're not alone, because there's apparently a reward for that trickling out there as well. We got Gaming Morning Show, morning gaming news. We got this day in gaming history, some birthdays to celebrate later today. Should be a pretty good show, and I'm pretty excited. Good morning on to you, Sean.
Top of the morning to you.
Scott
But no, it's been a long weekend.
Scott Chick's wondering if you're worried about Bear Bear back there. I think Bear Bear's getting closer.
He's not a fan of the more narrow shot when we go 2x2, and so he wanted to make sure he got in there.
So what you're saying is Bear Bear's just interested in screen time.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
100%. He's
What a diva.
yeah. You should see how long he takes to get ready in the morning.
I mean, and gets into the same exact pose every single show. It's amazing.
Oh well, that doesn't just happen. You should see the mess that's in the bathroom every morning. All the fur everywhere and
There's
nail
mirrors,
clippings.
a lot of practicing. Makes sense. Scott Chick says, I mean, that's a lot of fur to comb. True.
That makes sense.
Run, Sean, run!
No, he's fine. It's Bear Bear. It's like Bob hasn't met Bear Bear or something.
Jeez, Bob.
It was a long weekend. It was fun to see all the family that was in town. It was a lot of good people that we don't get a chance to hang out with as much as I would like. So that was fun. It was good to see you quite a bit on Thursday and Friday. So that was fun. Are there any leftovers still?
Yeah, there's some leftovers still. They're getting slim, but our first meal that we cooked after Thanksgiving and after like just like continuing to eat Thanksgiving food for days. Last night we in the Instant Pot cooked an entire ham. So after days of turkey and ham, we decided we should probably have more ham and mashed potatoes. So now we have more leftovers that just look like more Thanksgiving leftovers. We have plenty.
Top of the moron.
Gay Pride is here. Good morning to you, Gay Pride. I heard rumors that you were a winner of a Dr. Squatch gift pack yesterday during Mike's stream. So
Does anyone have my Dr. Squatch soap?
Bob asked you that. You can be able to say yes. As a matter of fact, I do. Right here. Probably have a variety of scents because it's a gift pack. I heard I have to get custody of an apple pie later today.
Yes.
I mean, I'm excited. Like, I mean, yesterday, this is a lot like the story I think I told either our family or you chat about like this one time I went to a breakfast place and I ordered like some sort of scramble and it comes with a biscuit, which by the way, biscuit, and the biscuit I'm talking about, you know which one it is if Kopi is here, okay? An actual biscuit. It's one of my top 5 foods, right? This thing shows up on the plate and it might have been microscopically touching something else on the plate. And the waitress goes, "Oh my gosh, your biscuit is touching something. Would you like another biscuit?" Yes, I would. I answered the question. Would you like another biscuit? Yes, I would. Absolutely. So, yeah, your wife texted the group and said, "Hey, we got an apple pie. Do you want the apple pie?" Yes. Yes, I do. It's an apple pie. Why would who would say no to an apple pie?
We just had so much apple pie.
It's true.
So,
we should
so
have had
much.
a pumpkin
They brought
and an
two,
apple. Yeah.
They brought 2 giant apple pies.
I mean, more pie is better than no pie, but still,
True.
could have had a little bit different types of pie.
Yeah.
Yes, Gay Pride. That's what I remember seeing. I was able to watch a little bit of the stream, and that was one thing that I remember seeing was you won the Dr. Squatch. You mean a scone? No, I don't mean a scone. If I wanted a scone, go get an orange cinnamon scone or whatever's delicious at Panera. Oof, so good. Cinnamon crunch scone used to be there, now it's gone, and I'm sad. Pumpkin spice scone. Or pumpkin scone, so good. Today's Chocolates Day. National Lemon Cream Pie Day. I'm surprised that lemon cream pie gets its own day.
Well, I mean, everything else got its own day.
I know. But, like, when I think of lemon pies, like, my brain goes to, like, a lemon meringue. So where'd lemon cream pie come from?
Well, I mean, they exist, so
Yeah.
you get your own day.
Throw out your leftovers day. Don't throw them out.
Not yet. They're still good.
There's gotta be someone who needs them. I was trying to make this topic of the day. It's square dancing day. I was trying to find, like, what's the most boring dance? And I only say that because when I was a kid, growing up in a rural space, I had to learn how to line dance, and I had to learn how to square dance. These were actual, like, modules of a class. And it wasn't fun.
Didn't we all? I learned how to line dance in like PE in elementary school.
Seriously?
Not square dancing though. You're that must be a Montana thing.
I mean,
But the line dancing, we did line dancing in elementary school.
for some reason, it actually surprises me more. Just because line dancing, it seems easier to get. Like,
Right.
square dancing was hard. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never tried.
But I also didn't want to, like, knock square dancing, because I'm sure there's some people who are great at square dancing and really, really enjoy it. So I didn't want to be like, hey, what's the most boring kind of dance? Because just because I didn't have fun square dancing doesn't mean somebody doesn't. So,
Right.
Electronic Greetings Day.
It's kind of what we do.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's practice. Let's see. There, Gaming Morning Show just gave you an electronic greeting. Hello. Good to see you. Scott Chick says, yep, every winter we had to social dance in preparation for Christmas socials or parties. And that was in school? I like how dancing seems to be like a general life skill, right? Doesn't seem like something you have to do academically. Just seems like you're... So we do that, but we can't teach, like, financial literacy in school?
Oh, well, don't be absurd.
Just saying. Seems like it could help. It's also Cyber Monday, so if you're out shopping... I like how it used to be, like, just the day after Thanksgiving in the U.S. was, like, a big retail day. But now, like, you can buy stuff in, like, the Black Friday aura on Thanksgiving. And also throughout the entire weekend. Oh, and don't forget about Cyber Monday.
Well, and then a lot of stores now are like, our Black Friday deals are live now. And you look at the calendar and you're like, it's a beginning of November. This is, just call it like a fall sale now. This Black Friday business is meaningless if it's going to be all month.
It's July 31st. What are we doing?
Our Black Friday deals are live now.
I think at this point, every place but Amazon should just call it, listen, we're just trying to hang with Amazon sale. I mean, that's what they're doing. I think Walmart was one of the ones that was like, Black Friday starts now. And it's like, does it? So, figured it out. Scott Chick said, strip the willow. Could get messy. Yep, in high school. Oh, we got marked on it too. Funnily enough, it's where I got my highest marked. I sucked at every other sport. Well, there you go. Dancing expert, Scott Chick. Bust a move. Good morning to you, KJ. It's good to see you.
Top of the moron.
Listening whilst working. You don't even like leftovers, right? Yeah, no, this throw out your leftovers day doesn't hit me because it's like, oh, no, I want to eat them. It's just because I'm like, don't throw your leftovers away. Give them to someone who needs them. And I realize it's tough to, like, take food from strangers right now. So, I mean, yesterday, last day of the tournament we had to run, I had a chance to get Olive Garden. I was like, so is it like individually packaged Olive Garden or is it like buffet line Olive Garden? And they're like, it's more like buffet. I was like, not ready for that yet. I had a hard time sharing food pre-pandemic. I'm not really signing up for a buffet whilst pandemicking. So,
yeah,
just shook that off. Like, nah.
Yeah.
I couldn't even go in that room and grab like a bag of chips. Pass.
Eek.
Pass. Hey, good morning, Brendan, and good morning, Johnny. Yeah,
Good moron.
I didn't have a great Myco experience, but it was fun. It was fun donating money to Mike. So, yeah, that was my Sunday. So, there you go. All right, coming up, the topic of the day, I should say, not even coming up, but this is the topic of the day. Pillow fighting, getting a championship. We're not joking. This is an actual thing. It's called the PFC. It's going to have a live pay-per-view event in Florida on January 29th. Wow. So we are asking you, chat, what is a sport, an everyday activity, that would make a good sport? Like, I'll give you an example that came to my brain, and I don't think this would make a good sport. I'm just trying to highlight an everyday activity that could become a sport. The National Dishwashing Championships, right? Maybe it's in the vein of like, eating competition. Like, it's something everyone does, but we found a way to make it a sport.
Yeah. I think a good one would be, you know, when we do that thing where you have to take the garbage out, but it's like really late at night and it's dark outside, and you decide upon walking back that if like werewolves were gonna be a thing, like this is when it's gonna come out that the world now knows that werewolves are a thing, and you start walking really fast back into the house. I think that could be a championship.
That's on the side, I think.
And I don't know if the winner walks faster or slower, and they're like, oh, look how much control I have to walk at a normal pace.
Like
back
they
to the
have no
house,
fear.
despite being really scared.
I mean, I was going to say, as an aside, you add werewolves to anything, and you're going to make it a little bit more interesting. Imagine, playing football, but there's two werewolves hanging out. I mean, we saw Teen Wolf, right? Like, that made things really interesting. But I know exactly what you're talking about, because garbage cans are kind of by like a covered carport type area, and we have a bunch of crap back there still that we need to, either donate or get rid of. And the other day I took out the garbage, and all I heard was a rustling from behind all the stuff there. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, what's that? Werewolves was like the third choice on my list. Downs goes, I remember as a kid there was a news report about extreme ironing. Not sure if it's still a thing. Really?
Wow. Extreme ironing. Are there like backflips involved?
Ooh. It makes me think of like, I'm fascinated by the folks who can cup stack. The thing where they like make the pyramid and then goes back the other way.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Pretty
amazing.
fancy.
Yeah. But it's
I always wanted some of those cups when I was a kid.
And aren't they kind of specialized?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, I mean, they're sold they're sold as specifically like speed stacking cups. I'm sure deep down they're just cups.
Oh no! Please don't tell me. Yeah, it's just like any cups you could buy, but they have like a logo on them. I thought maybe they
Probably.
were designed to be like less frictiony.
Yeah, I'm sure their shape is important if you're like actually trying to set world records.
That's like that thing where you ask for a very specific type of thing for a holiday gift, right? It's like I want the PlayStation 4.
You just get some red Solo cups.
Yes, you get like they're not even plastic; they're red Solo cups. Justin on YouTube. I always thought they were just red Solo cups. There you go. Well, maybe,
there you go.
Maybe we had it wrong. Yeah, I thought they were sports cups or something like that. Like they had a specific purpose, but maybe I'm wrong. Downs further. Yep, 2019 had an EI championship. The one I saw, they were skydiving and ironing clothes.
Wow. I don't think that's gonna get all the wrinkles.
Well, as part of the air drying, extreme air drying championships, they did it simultaneously. But Downs, how many werewolves were there? Really? Like that's a big key. Skydiving werewolves are terrifying. So yeah, you could do like extreme dishwashing. Like I could see that being like a team sport. Like you have to wash and dry. No comments or no information if they're gonna make you put them away as well. After the Broncos won their latest Super Bowl, they opened up the next season at home, and that's kind of the thing that the NFL does with most of the Super Bowl champions. Is the next season they open up Thursday night at home, and so Denver did that, and they played the Panthers, the team they beat in Super Bowl 50, and so we went and they had like this pre-game like celebration type thing that kind of overtook different parts of the city of Denver, but outside the stadium they had this like DirecTV sponsored obstacle course, and it was you ran over to one side and you pushed the lawnmower, then you ran over to this other side and you had to wash some dishes and put them into the like dryer, and then you had to hop over this like pad and get into a chair. And I have video of me and Hofru each running the course once.
That's awesome.
So maybe I did extreme dishwashing. I didn't even know it.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, Justin, I've seen those cups things for sale, like in a package, and they come with like their own little stop clock, where you can push the red button and get your time. So, although I'm surprised
So fancy.
Solo never jumped on that bandwagon as like the official cup of pro cup stacking or whatever it's called.
Love it.
Werewolves.
What about like Floor is Lava World Championships?
I mean, they have that show.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, Justin goes, they sell plenty for beer. That's true. Maybe there's more cup stackers than we know about, because after, a good day of beveraging, just stack them up.
Well, it increases the challenge too, because the more you have, the harder it is to stack, but also the taller your pyramid's getting. Who knows?
I
Drink
love it.
responsibly.
Yes, please. Have you ever seen the cup snakes at sporting events?
Yes.
So they'll take all the cups that they've collected over a day of beveraging at a game, and they just like make it this giant tube,
Yep.
a tomb as well, for all the empty cups that we once knew. All right, well, good answers so far. I think we're off to a rousing start, and let us know if you're planning to tune into the Pillow Fighting Championship, Florida, January. Of course, it's in Florida, January 29th. We'll tell you more about this story that we found from Reuters. But right now, it is 6:26 on the West Coast, 9:26 out east, 2:26 for those watching GMS in the UK. All right, let's get the news. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Monday, November 29th, 2021, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. So during Thanksgiving week, and specifically on Thanksgiving, we saw a record-breaking number of concurrent users on Steam. They broke their record on Thanksgiving Day, with over 27 million people on the platform during the day. This was reported by PC Gamer, and to us from Marie DeLassandri from GamesIndustry.biz. The record was registered by data platform StreamDB with 27,384,959 players connected at the same time on November 28th. I guess this was yesterday. That's a lot of people. Of these 27 million people, 7.8 million were in-game at one time.
That's actually lower than I would have thought it was.
Oh,
like
the
ratio-wise.
in-game versus
Yeah.
where everyone else is just shopping Steam sales, apparently.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Both from the sales standpoint, but also, I mean, I think you're looking at like this critical mass of game appeal. I mean, I would even think of Look It's Wife O, right? Starting to play games that maybe Megan wouldn't have played in the past. So.
And it turned out at some point during the stream yesterday, she was playing Stardew by herself. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's cheating on me. So yeah, everyone's playing. Their previous record was 26 million concurrent users, which was set back in April. And then back in December 2020, their record was 25 million. So they're just upping by about 1 million for each landmark. Pretty good. You know, a lot of people on Steam were playing, you know, hot new games like Battlefield 2042 and Farming Simulator 22. But turns out one of those had more active players than the other one. Would you like to guess which one's which?
I can't yet because you called it Farming Simulator, and as we know, simulators have actually a new naming convention. So what exactly are you talking about again?
Battlefield 2042, or Would You Like to Be a Farmer?
Oh, it had
22.
to be Would You Like to Be a Farmer 22.
That's right. On Steam, Farming Simulator 22 / Would You Like to Be a Farmer 22 had more active players than Battlefield 2042. This is from Zach Zweisen of Kotaku. The Battlefield's really not having a great launch, which we've talked about. But between bugs and lack of content and other problems, it turns out more people would rather play a fun, relaxing game like Farming Simulator 22.
Okay.
So there you go. Released November 19th, Battlefield 2042 currently has about 50,000 players online, with a peak of 52,000 in the last day or so. Meanwhile, Farming Simulator 22, which was released on November 22nd, sits at nearly 88,000 concurrent players and peaked at 94,000. That's almost double.
Justin said the vehicles are overpowered, and Brendan points to the Halo multiplayer. So that kind of answers some of my questions, because I've watched some streamers play Battlefield, and it looks fine.
That could be referencing Battlefield 2042 or Farming Simulator 22. Those tractors are so overpowered.
Watch out for the combines. So I don't really know what's up with it, but it sounds like it's not going well. And
No, it's not ideal, but apparently Farming Simulator is is working well. So check that out. I guess I've never played a farming simulator game.
I think you'd like it based on how much you like. Do you want to own a power washer?
But that game is just fantastic. I do need to get back to playing lawn mowing simulator, because that had a very similar like relaxing vibe to power washing simulator. The little bit I've watched of like a farming simulator is it's very like there's a lot of details there, so you need to learn a lot. That seems too complicated. Just gonna mow some grass. In our last news story of the day, Halo Infinite is having a little bit of an issue with hackers, and in fact, console players have called for them to at least give them the option to turn crossplay off, since cheaters are becoming a bit of a problem. This is from Jared Moore of IGN. Console players, they want it off, or at least to have the option, because as we see with many multi-platform games, the PC version is going to have issue with hackers before anything else, just because it's a computer, and that seems to be the case right now. We're seeing anything from the normal like aimbots and wall hacks, but we're also seeing hacks that give people like infinite ammo, and unlocking paid upgrades and cosmetics and stuff like that. And some are even reporting that hackers are even blocking theater mode replays in order to prevent video-based reports of cheating. So they're cheating and then keeping you from being able to get any good proof that they're cheating. So that might be a problem.
That's in-depth. I think where this makes a lot of sense, though, Halo obviously was born on console, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm sure there's a contingent of people who are very console-based playing Halo. They're like, listen, I didn't sign up for this. It's one of the reasons I'm a console player. I could see that being a legitimate gripe.
Yeah, for sure. Especially since it seems to be pretty common practice in games that have multi-platform support to be able to turn that off for one reason or another. Whether you're worried about, like in Call of Duty, the disparity between control players and keyboard and mouse players, or situations like this where maybe someone's getting advantages on PC for less legitimate reasons. Most platforms seem to give you the option of turning that on and off, but that's not there right now. And so definitely players are begging 343 to put that in ASAP. And then always last but never least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. And for the most prestigious award in video game-focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's Name of the Morning goes to Guardian of Lore, out on Switch.
Gotta protect that lore. Don't want it getting in
a lot
the
of games
wrong
out today.
Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it at all. Wow. Cyber Monday, huh? No games out today.
There's game out today.
When they start finally making video games for digital platforms, then I'm sure people will start putting games out on Cyber Monday, sale that's focused around the idea of the internet. I mean, that's just a Monday being a Monday, isn't it?
Yep. That's the most Monday we've had in a few weeks.
Guardian of Lore for Switch. Okay.
Which, you know what that means? Maybe we had the most Monday. Maybe we'll have like an Ultimate Thursday on Thursday. And there'll be like Thursday. 200 games out.
You have to counteract it, or otherwise the whole thing gets off balance and then we fall off the earth or something. It's not good. Well, congratulations to the only game out today. For being the only one to earn Name of the Morning. You may become Name of the Month, and when you do, well, you might be given away, just like we did last week. We are 1 for 1 in the last week and a Name of the Month giveaway. How about that?
Yeah, we're catching up.
Cracked. You can find all this, by the way, on our Twitter, and if you're a Patreon subscriber, well, guess what? You get double entries into our Name of the Month giveaways. Be sure to check it out. Our subscriber tier costs less than a Twitch subscription and gets you access to participant priority for games we do on GMS Games. Might give you the ability to control which games are played on GMS Plays. It gives you Patreon-only Discord channel and a whole bunch of other perks. Check it out at patreon.com/Gaming Morning Show and find us on Twitter.
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming
That's
News.
how you can find all the news from today. It's 6:35 out on the West Coast. It's really exciting. Lady Kate, good morning to you. It's good to see you. It's like, where's my music? There it is. Today is Pillow Fighting Championship Day, or at least letting you know that pillow fighting is getting said championship. We're asking you, what more quote-unquote everyday activity would you think would make a good sport? Good morning, the Lady K, as I mentioned. Culty vibes and Forgiven John are lurking this moron. I just said this moron. Counts. And KJ, I've played Farm Sim. It's pretty okay. Nice work. We have Justin hang out with us on YouTube. Johnny's been here this morning. Scott Chick's been hanging out quite a bit. A whole bunch of great folks in our chat this morning. We saw Gabe Pride earlier, spacing out, saying hi as well. So what would be a good everyday activity that would make a good sport? Brendan's asking, speaking of which, we need more Fudge Village. I think we can pull that off, maybe in December.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's coming. And, yeah. You're going to see a bunch of GMS plays coming up in the next month. Got some new stuff coming.
I mean, today is the second to last day of November, so I'm pretty sure we're not doing any more Fudge Village in November, that's for sure.
I don't know. What are you doing tonight?
Kind of busy. Quiet Eye Gaming says, Christmas fudge. We could hand out Christmas fudge whilst playing Fudge Village.
We could just eat Christmas fudge the entire time we play.
Fudge is kind of overrated.
Yeah, fudge is fine.
Yeah, there you go. It's just like Frosted Flakes.
Like Tony the Tiger says,
I think
they're fine.
I think every time I have like a good fudge, I just wish it was a brownie.
Fair.
Brownie would be better.
I think it's like the best place to get fudge is when you go to an actual like legitimate fudge shop where they sell
Fudgery.
Yeah, a Fudge Depot. Where they sell like 70 varieties. It's like the Cheesecake Factory, but for fudge, but don't call it the Fudge Factory because that's a whole different thing. Gross. But yeah, I think then
like
you can
Fudge
go in.
Depot though.
There you go. Well, let's open it up. It's right next to the Home Depot. Well, Fudge Depot. You like fudge, we can help. We'll have orange, and we'll have attendants working there who have no interest in helping you. It'll be like a great search to try to find somebody at Fudge Depot to serve you fudge. It's like, other side of the glass, that Oreo fudge looks amazing. Can I try some? And just crickets. Scott Chick says, need to send... Oh no, Lady K said, need to send us some Scottish fudge. It's the best. And Scott Chick doubled down on that. Doubled down on that and said, I agree with this statement.
All right.
Can someone break down why Scottish fudge is the best?
Yeah. Is it the water?
It was the Loch Ness Monster.
That makes sense. Every piece of Scottish fudge has a flake of Nessie. Ooh, I shouldn't have said a flake. It's kind of appealing, isn't it? Who wrote this?
Yeah.
The way I'm resisting the urge to clip this whole thing, says Brennan.
Nice work.
Ooh, Quiet's with you, though. And by the way, good moron to you, Quiet. It's good to see you this morning.
Good moron.
Yes, I love brownies. Fudge, meh. Yeah. It's pretty okay. This is why I'm happy Quiet's here, because Quiet lives in Florida. So this is the full story from Reuters, which is how we're at this situation where we're asking you about everyday activities that could be fun sports. The pillow fighting, it's specifically the Pillow Fight Championship. Okay, I don't want to add an ing where it doesn't belong. The Pillow Fight Championship, PFC, of its first live pay-per-view event in Florida on January 29th. Quiet in Florida. Now, it doesn't say where in my 3 paragraphs here. So you can Google it, PFC. But Steve Williams, the person who decided to, quote, turned childhood horseplay into professional combat sport, end quote. Said PFC delivers all the drama of hand-to-hand combat without the gore of mixed martial arts or boxing. Quote, it's not something where you sit there and laugh and feathers are flying. It's serious. It's hardcore swinging with specialized pillows, end quote. This is where, akin to thinking that the red Solo cups were the cup stacking cup of choice, this isn't your ordinary dream pillow or whatever they're called. I don't even know. What's a specialized pillow company? Ultra Soft. I don't know a name of a pillow company.
There's that my pillow.
Ooh, no.
Thing. Yeah.
No.
So here's my gripe with this. Opening this up, these pillows have handles.
What?
Like, yeah, no, like there's a handle you hold and swing from. Part of the difficulty of a pillow fight is being able to wield the pillow itself and just throw a handle on it, and that's not the same.
I mean, there's got to be some strategy behind this. Which pillowcase do you get? Do you get the king-size pillow on the queen-size pillow? Or it's king-size pillowcase on the queen-size pillow?
Yeah, no,
But-
these are just bags.
But then its volume, the pillow itself, is smaller, so each swing may damage your opponent less. Gotta think about these.
Do you go with the one-handed swing for most like leverage, or do you go two-handed so you can get a really good grasp of the pillow?
Oh, maybe we should ask Justin. Justin said, I've literally knocked my brother out with a pillow before. Well, Justin, tryouts might be there, although the male and female competitors in January's event mostly hail from the cutthroat worlds of MMA and boxing. Children will still sleep soundly after seeing the bouts, writes Reuters.
Wow.
I've
Not sold.
never been in like a legitimate pillow fight.
Right. I've hit with a pillow, but it's never been in an organized event. If that makes sense.
Or have you ever been in a pillow fight though, where like you were actually trying to hit someone as hard as you could?
No, I don't think so.
I feel like all of these bouts have to actually take place in a hotel room. I feel like that's where I got most of my pillow fights, is when like parents took us on vacation and then we were by ourselves in the hotel room, so we had to have something to do.
That
Well,
makes sense.
looky there, there's 4 to 6 pillows. It's go time. Justin, yeah, I'm good. It was back in the 80s. Okay. I now feel like there's a training montage that we need for Justin to get back in to peak pillow fighting shape. You're the best around. Quiet Eye Gaming says, so it looks like it will be in Delray Beach, which is about an hour north of Miami. It's about 2.5 hours south of me. Ooh,
Yeah, it's a little bit of a drive.
for pillow fighting. All right, Lady K. Fun fact, dream pillows are something entirely different. They are made by witches to put under your normal pillow. Promotes better sleep. Some even aid in lucid dreaming, dream walking, astral projection, or prophetic dreams.
Lady K, fact of the day.
Well, based on that description, I think there could be a whole secondary category of pillow fighting. Tonight, who will dream walk harder? Brendan's
Dream walking race.
Brendan's suggesting Beauty Rest Memorial Pillow Fight Championships.
Okay.
Quiet's volunteering to be our official correspondent. Okay. Quiet, if you can get to the Pillow Fight championship, by the way, I'll work on giving you K-Laugh money for that official visit.
It's a lot. Yep.
I'm standing outside at the Delray Beach Coliseum, getting ready for the first ever Pillow Fight Championship. Justin is standing by. Justin, you could be Quiet's analyst. We're making something happen here.
Yeah, no, this is great. I think this is a good idea.
And then we'll send you to Key West for the official dishwashing championships. Extreme dishwashing championships. I don't know where you find the werewolves though.
Oh, we can make that happen. Don't worry about the werewolves.
You realize like the whatever involves the werewolves can only happen during a full moon though.
Well, of course.
Ah!
Let's try.
Brendan goes, please note K-Laugh bucks are not redeemable as currency. I think we have more fake currencies than any other show on the internet. We have Mike's Economies, and now we have K-Laugh bucks. Maybe that's why K-Laugh doesn't get too excited about raises anymore.
He's figured out our scheme.
That first paycheck showed up, and there's a whole bunch of these like random purple pieces of paper that say K-Laugh bucks on them. K-Laugh's like, wait a minute. Oh, that's true. You have those marks as well. We lead the league. Justin says, I'll be in Florida close to then. I just have to stay a week longer. Absolutely. We'll send you enough K-Laugh bucks to pay for a couple of nights hotel. Just got to think of like a defunct hospitality chain now. Be like, they're only redeemable at these places. If you can find one. I mean, my favorite name for a hotel chain is still the Come On In. C''MON in.
Terrible name.
So inviting, though. So inviting. Here at the Come On In, we like to just explain to you exactly what our service is. Come on in. Check it out.
Come on in. Check a look.
Tried the gazelle tactic there and it didn't work. Whee!
That's an Austin patented attack.
The Austin Attack Memorial Gazelle attack. Nice. Ah! Brendan said, strangely, K-Laugh bucks do work at a Econo Lodge. Oh no.
They'll take anything.
Just please stay here. Oh my gosh, I have stayed at a hotel before where I slept on top of like my own clothes. I like laid them out on the bed and was like, I'm gonna sleep on this stuff instead. Which is still not like the most, it's not the most disgusting place I've ever slept. The one that comes to mind is when I realized I'm old and well taken care for in my marriage. And that was when I stayed at a 20-something's like a college apartment where it was like 3 or 4 football players, because I knew of it was a kid who I had covered in high school, and I needed a place to stay in the same town where he happened to go play in college, and there was a festival that was in town, so I couldn't find a hotel. And so I called that person up. I was like, hey, do you have a place I could stay? And I'm probably only like 30 at this time, and this person's like 20, probably 20 years old. I was like, yeah, one of my roommates is gone, you can stay here. And I walked in and I was like, oh yeah, this is what it looks like in college. I remember this. Oof. I came home and hugged my wife. The end. Digital Dot Games, good moron to you. It's good to see you. Happy Monday.
Top of the moron.
We got birthdays this day in gaming history coming up. We're asking everybody today about a good everyday activity that would make a fun sport, because the Pillow Fight Championship coming up in late January. And how many werewolves have you seen? Oh, it was so close. Yeah, it was a fun. It was a fun Thursday and Friday, especially because it was great to have everyone on GMS. It was great to spend time eating food and hanging out with family that we don't get to see all the time. So I really enjoyed Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, it was a really good weekend. We had a good time.
Any other highlights from the weekend, Joel? It was really interesting to see, like, for example, Kiki Logo live Thursday at the normal time, because in the UK it was just another Thursday.
Right.
Whereas, like, we build this up for a couple weeks leading into it. Like, today I got to take, like, 20 rental chairs back to a rental place. Which, our mom-in-law was the one who arranged getting all these chairs, because we had at least 20 people at your house, and it was probably closer to 30. Yeah. And we needed chairs for all the folks who were showing up. And so my mother-in-law asked me if I could go and grab them because I work closer to where the chairs were. I show up, and I back the car up, and I see the person working there, and I go, I'm here to get 20 chairs that look like this. And I showed the picture of what mom-in-law sent me of what the chairs should look like. The person grabs the chairs and starts putting them in my car. It's like, this is easy. And and so my mother-in-law was like, did you talk to Ann? I spoke to Ann or something like that. And I was like, no. I showed up. I said, hey, I need these chairs. And this person put the chairs in my car. And she goes, really? I was like, yep. And I was like, so I get done with all that. And I finally look at the person. I was like, do I need to sign something? Nope.
Nope, we're good. You asked for chairs, we gave you chairs. Everyone's happy.
We had chairs. You asked for chairs. Finally did say, well, what's the name on the order? And I was like, this is the name on the order. Oh, okay. Have a nice day. Perfect. Otherwise, I think Sean might be the owner of 20 wonderful rental chairs.
They were pretty good chairs, too.
Yeah.
They had seats and backs and everything. It was great.
Chad, if you're in the need for rental chairs, please reach out to GMS. Use promo code GMS at checkout, and we'll help you out. It's a good day. Good day. 6:53 West Coast time, 9:53 on the East Coast. It's 2:53 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. All right, let's take a look at this day in gaming history. Birthdays. If you have a birthday to celebrate, let us know. We'd like to celebrate with you. Let's take a look at celebrity birthdays today. Howie Mandel turned 66 today.
Nice. 3 more years. 3 more years.
I have a question. It's Howie Mandel's birthday. Deal or no deal?
Can we get the really dramatic music?
Okay, absolutely.
Deal.
You said deal, correct?
Yeah, deal.
Open that case. It's an orange curtain. There's nothing there.
Oh, open that box of goldfish.
Ready? Here we go. I'm sorry you lost.
Oh, man.
Howie Mandel was... There's a Instagrammer called To Touch an Emu or something. Got really... went viral because of a drone video he shot with Bella Porch. And then everyone kind of copied that. Howie Mandel and one of the people who hold the cases was in a video. And the only thing I can think of is Deal or No Deal still on?
Possibly.
There's a great like free TV service that came with the Samsung TV that we have, and one of the channels is all Deal or No Deal. And I didn't watch that show much when I thought it was still on. And again, it may still be on. I don't know. But when I'm looking to kill some time and there's nothing else that I want to watch, I'll just throw that on because it's live. And, well, it's not live. But it's just you put it on and it's there. Brendan says Howie Mandel's back there, actually. Sorry, Howie. Howie Mandel's been waiting behind the orange curtain this whole show. I think it's still on, just not on primetime, says Brendan.
So, according to their Wikipedia, seasons 1 through 4 took place between 2005 and 2009, and then they brought it back for season 5 in 2018, just like 10 years later, and then it ended in 2019.
Oh.
So it appears to be all done, at least the main run of Deal or No Deal with Howie Mandel.
Who's originally from where again?
Toronto.
Oh, well, how about that? There you go. I love Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's 57
Nice.
today. Did you ever watch the show where he's a like consultant firm or something like that?
No.
That's good.
He's the entire firm?
Kind of, yeah. He's definitely the leader of it.
He's also apparently the voice of the narrator in the new Wonder Years remake.
He's also in a really awesome Funny or Die Captain Planet skit. I think Don Cheadle just does a lot.
That seems that way.
I want to say Don Cheadle was even like one of the random people that did like a Storybots episode. Don Cheadle just says yes to a lot of things.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But also, not having watched the Marvel movies, I still love the Don Cheadle sit down with Mark Ruffalo, where Mark said that thing, and he's like, "Did I just give something away?" And Don Cheadle's like, "Ooh, yeah, ooh." Let's see. Don Cheadle's 57. Gena Lee Nolin turns 50 today, an actress.
I don't know.
I wonder if Gena's ever met Steven Tyler.
I think at least once. But it was probably like at a celebrity fight night.
Oh, wait. You mean you're talking about that famous Celebrity Fight Night 24?
Yeah, the one that was on March 10th, 2018.
Oh, in Phoenix!
Yeah, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah. I think our good friend Emma McIntyre of Getty Images caught that picture.
Oh, yes, of course.
Anna Faris is 45, actress.
Appeared in 4 episodes of Friends, where she played the birth mother of Chandler and Monica's twins.
Anna stole my hat.
Rude.
Happy 45th. Let's see. Actress Gemma Chan turns 39 today.
Prior to playing in the Eternals, she portrayed the MCU character Minerva in Captain Marvel. Well, she's taken 2 roles. That's awfully greedy. I mean, everyone wants to be in Marvel movies. She should share.
Is Minerva not coming back?
No idea.
Okay. Also, a couple NFL birthdays today. Russell Wilson, Seattle Seahawks quarterback, turns 33 today. And Stefon Diggs, the wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills, turns 28. Seahawks do play tonight. We'll talk more about that coming up in sports.
Athletics. We've got a drummer birthday.
It's Ringo Garza of Los Lonely Boys' his birthday. And he is 40 years old. Also, a drummer named Ringo. That's never going to catch on.
Is it Ringo Starr's birthday?
No. Ringo Garza.
Oh, wait, you just said Ringo?
Yeah.
I was clearly not
Ringo
listening to you, and
Garza.
I am so sorry.
That's all good.
Ringo. Wow.
Apparently, that's the name. If you want to be a drummer, just name yourself Ringo.
I do want to let you know that the whole way that I search for drummer birthdays is as soon as we get done with the main list, I type in the search box drummer.
Yep.
And I just see if it says if we have a match. Someday, there's going to be like an advertisement for drums. It's like, would you like to become a drummer? and I'm gonna play and share Bob's voice with you, where I go, "Hey, we got a drummer birthday," and Bob's like, right, and then we're gonna be really disappointed.
You know how I find drummer birthdays now? Bob starts singing, and then I hit Control F and type DRUM, and then whatever's highlighted, that's what I read.
We're a smoothly oiled operation here, chat. I saw Brian Bumgarner's on here from The Office, played Kevin 49. Brian was doing a lot of media last week, including the Dan Patrick Show, because wrote a book about The Office, like an oral history of The Office or something. I'm surprised Brian didn't make Above the Fold.
Yeah.
Everyone liked Kevin,
I mean,
right?
well, I mean, we had like Don Cheadle and Howie Mandel, so there's some big hitters up there.
True.
Probably had room for one more though.
Jerry the King Lawler, pro wrestler 72. Speaking of sports and entertainment, there you go. I will admit, during my time actually being a pretty routine watcher of wrestling, Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler did a nice job doing commentary, which again, I realize it's a TV show, it's all scripted and all that stuff, but kind of like they're not bad. Not bad. Any others?
Yeah, it's Christian Doppler's birthday. He's a physicist who first described the Doppler effect.
And made a pretty badass radar.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me that's related.
I maybe.
Hey, laugh!
You know, Ryan, will you describe in detail what the Doppler effect is, please?
Absolutely. So the Doppler effect is where you have a vessel of some sort, or it could be a building, and it's equipped with a system that sends some sort of waves from it and bounces off other objects. And with that, you're able to tell just how far something is away from you. And it's been known as a radar. And then someone took that technology and used it for the clouds. And now we know if any storms are coming, because weather folks, otherwise known as meteorologists, use something called the Doppler radar. The end.
No.
What? That was a perfect explanation of exactly what it is. I was doing so good digital doc games that somebody stop him.
Yeah, the Doppler effect is when something's making a noise, but it's also moving, the pitch changes. That's what gives us the because as the car in this case is moving towards you, the sound waves are happening faster and faster because the car is also moving, and so the pitch starts to go up, and then after they pass you, the pitch goes down because they're moving away from you.
Oh, they're coming around again. We have this day in gaming history, 2 before 1995.
Just a one-car race.
Do you want to play Lawsuit or Not Lawsuit?
Nah, there's... what are the dates? There's got to be a lawsuit.
1982 and 1993.
Yeah, there's a lawsuit for sure.
All right, we'll go to 1982 first. Atari files a copyright infringement suit against Magic, claiming Demon Attack is a copy of Centuri's Phoenix video game, which Atari has the exclusive right to produce for the home game market. You, my friend.
Correct.
You crushed that
Tis the
lawsuit.
season.
Yeah. Is it?
This is the season.
That's supposed to be the giving season.
No, this was lawsuit season.
Ouch. 1993, Sega releases the Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine video game for Genesis. I don't know what this is, so let me take a stab. Okay, this is called the Mean Bean Machine. Okay, this has to be Sega trying to do something like Dr. Mario.
Oh yeah.
Has to be, right?
I don't know.
I was about to start singing the Tetris music. It's a different game than Dr. Mario. But K-Laugh, if K-Laugh was here, K-Laugh would tell me that I'm right. So,
yeah.
2005, Nintendo releases Mario and Luigi Partners in Time for Nintendo DS. That same year, Sony released an update for the PlayStation Portable, and that via a internet connection, or if it was installed from the memory stick or UMD disc, allowed for, quote, real simple syndication 2.0 for audio streams. and window media audio file playback. I just learned what RSS stands for.
Yeah. It's a real simple acronym.
I had no clue that Real Simple Syndication was what it stood for.
Nope.
In 2005 as well, the National Institute on Media and the Family. That is all. That is all one thing. I read that in my brain as the National Institute on Media and the Family, as if there were two things that got together. Would someone bring in the Family, please? They need to help us on this.
They talk about like the mob.
The National Institute on Media and the Family released a report calling the video game industry operated rating system beyond repair, quote unquote. We think the game industry rating system is beyond repair.
Nice work.
Also, National Institute on the Media and the Family was the name of my band in high school. It is now 7:06 West Coast time. Good morning to you, Chrissy Icky. It is good to see you on a Monday.
Top of the moron.
Brendan says, pretty sure that's accurate about Mean Bean Machine. And Quiet even said, you are right, Ryan. But I bet Quiet was referring to my really thorough explanation of Doppler Effect and radar, I think. Also, yes, we did have Juicy playing in the background. Good call, Chad.
That's how you know it's a good day.
Too. All right, we got to say goodbye to Sean. Next hour, we're going to give you a top 10 list. That top 10 list has to do with our wonderful list today, and that list is, or our topic, excuse me. The Pillow Fighting Championship is a real thing. It's specifically the Pillow Fight Championship. Quiet I Am Gaming is going to be our official PIC. Nope, that's a different thing. PFC correspondent. So we're asking you, what more everyday activity would make it good sport? We're going to give you the top 10 strangest sports in the world. Also, we'll have sports next hour. You can tell I yelled a lot this weekend. My voice is a little hoarse. Yeah. All right, so stick around. We'll come back with more. I'll be running solo. Boy, I really know how to clear a room. Bye, Sean. Yeah, get wrecked, Chrissy. Sean's leaving only because you're here.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
was gonna stay, but I gotta go now.
But now Chrissy's here. Sean, truthfully, Thursday and Friday were a blast last week, so it's good to see you again. We'll hang out soon.
Yep. We'll see you in the
All right.
morning.
Sean's gone. We'll come back with more. It's Gaming Morning Show. Monday, November 29th, 2021.
Your river's got stale, everything is new. Nobody's asking you, nobody knows about you. Living is got stale, you're doing bigger things. And from what I can see, you're doing everything. Now I'm seeing everything different than I ever see before. I'm just real and different than I've ever felt before. And yeah, the fact that I've planned myself in a new place. And here I am just doing everything that it takes. Now I see everything is changing so differently. And I just wanna be something better than me. Could ever imagine I would come of a young girl who was destined for nothing, just living on. Now I'm living in Scottsdale. Everything has changed. I've got more friends with me than I ever thought could be. Living in Scottsdale has done it for me. Everything better than Lake City ever did. You see, living in Scottsdale is like a dream. A 13-year-old girl may close her eyes and see. Living in Scottsdale has changed the way I see myself, and you know it's everything.
time. Got liquor on the table, I don't mind. Where the night goes, your skin on mine. I see no other people, love is blind. But that's alright though. Pull me down, drown me in this thing I'm feeling. Round and round, the world is turning upside down. Tell me how I could be the one you're needing, girl. Your touch is driving me wild. I want your body on there. This moment is fleeting, so don't go away. I want your body on there. This moment is magic, I want you to stay. When you're playful, give it time. I'll make you mine, girl, your hand in mine. I'll lead you far away, girl, so divine. Our lips touch, our eyes close. Pull me down, drown me in this thing I'm feeling. Round and round, the world is turning upside down. Tell me how I could be the one you're needing, girl. Your touch is driving me wild. I want your body on there. This moment is fleeting, so don't go away. I want your body on there. This moment is magic, I want you to stay. I want your body on there. This moment is fleeting, so don't go away. I want your body on there. This moment is magic, I want you to stay. Your body on there. I want you to stay.
The only show that listens to itself. GMS. Stick with us. We'll get worse. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show. List of the day and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thanks for being here. It is Monday, November 29th, 2021. I'm Hefty Goof, running solo until the end of the show this morning. Very, very likely we'll have a GMS Gaming Hour coming up in the final hour. If you've never been here for one of those, a little more focused on the gameplay, but certainly we leave in the fun. How about at the break, I go into our Discord, and I missed, Downs had messaged earlier in chat that Downs found stacking cups. I was very, very confused. And it turns out that Downs was trying to practice stacking whilst watching GMS. And apparently, we've learned a lot so far. For example, they have holes in the bottom for aerodynamics. And the lady in the video said they also help stop them from sticking together. Are you doing like a master class for stacking cups right now, Downs? Downs, is this the time that you decided, hey, this is the beginning of my speed cup stacking career? Maybe. Christy Ickey's here this morning. Thank you for stopping in this edition of GMS. Who else has been hanging out with us this morning? Downs, as I mentioned. Brendan is here. Quiet, I am gaming. Kajito, good morning to you. I don't think we actually had a chance to say hi.
Top of the Mora.
And yeah, we had some juicy hype. Digital.games loved my explanation of Doppler. Justin's apparently a Seahawks fan and rooting for the Hawks tonight. We'll talk more about that coming up in sports around 7:50 a.m. this morning. Digital Doc said, did they finally reveal who the banker was in the series finale? My guess is Bob. Oh, I get it. We're talking about Deal or No Deal. Did that never actually happen? Because if that was the case, that would have been awesome if they finally revealed who the banker was. Yeah, and we've learned that Howie Mandel's actually backstage here, waiting to jump out and ask Deal or No Deal. So I didn't watch that show when it was on the first time, but I watch it all the time in reruns. That and Tiny House Nation. Those are two channels that are entertaining enough when I turn on the free TV that we have through, I think, Samsung's, like, I don't know, everyday TV. I don't even know what it's called. Let's see. Down says, I can't. The lady goes too quickly. I've watched it maybe 10 times, and it does not compute in my head. I want to pass along some sad information. This is from Craig T. Lee of BET, and I didn't realize, I don't know who this person is, but it both had ramifications in kind of the designer world, because this story has to do with Louis Vuitton, but also I saw the same name mentioned with Nike. This is the headline from BET. First black artistic director of Louis Vuitton menswear, Virgil Abloh, dies at age 41. American designer, according to the story, died on Sunday after privately battling a rare form of cancer for the last 2 years. There was a statement posted to Abloh's Instagram reporting the tragic news, stating that the, quote, Off-White founder chose to handle his diagnosis of cardiac, I don't know what, I'm going to try my best, angiosarcoma, a tumor impacting blood flow to and from the heart, privately, after initially finding out in 2019. We are, quote, devastated to announce the passing of our beloved Virgil Abloh, a fiercely devoted father, husband, son, brother, and friend. The Instagram post read, he is survived by his loving wife, Shannon, his children, Lo and Gray, his sister, Edwina, his parents, Nee and Eunice, and numerous dear friends and colleagues, end quote. The post continued with words from his wife saying, he often said, quote, everything I do is for the 17-year-old version of myself. So really sad news. I mean, we didn't mention this in birthdays, and I meant to. I just kind of went too fast. Today would have been Chadwick Boseman's birthday as well. And Chadwick was someone who died from a private battle with cancer at a far too young age. And so pretty sad to see that there's someone who, I mean, it had enough of an impact, Virgil did, to, have stories all over the place. And I'm just not too terribly tuned into the fashion world, or honestly, I'm not really tuned into the, like, sports apparel world either. Like, I've never had a huge, like, desire to own a bunch of Nike gear, those kind of things. Yeah, it's just something I don't have a lot of knowledge on, but I saw Virgil's name everywhere. And so I think it's kind of worth mentioning too, because any reminder, to get screenings and things that can help try to change the trajectory of diseases like cancer is probably worth mentioning, because, how many times have we heard stories like, hey, if just had found this, found out sooner, that could have made a difference. So, and I'm not saying that's the case in Virgil's situation, but just another reason to talk about it. So, It is now 7:20. We're going to play a game of Rocket League, and then we'll have the list of the day. That is going to be topical from the Pillow Fight Championship, which is our topic of the day. Good morning to you, K-Laugh. It's good to see you. We're going to give you the top 10 strangest sports in the world. So we have that story coming up for you, or that top 10 list in just a little bit. Let's see. K-Laugh goes, new stream idea. Cups and Downs. I love it. I love the name. I love the pun. Let's go. Nice work, K-Laugh. Strong job busting our doors down to say hi this morning. So, nice work. There was something, K-Laugh, I was trying to remember, and I yelled at you in the first hour, but I can't remember what it is now. It could have changed the whole trajectory of the show, to be honest. So,
Top of the morning.
but we did offer Quiet I Am Gaming K-Laugh bucks to go down to the Pillow Fight Championship in Florida. It was like Delaney Beach or something like that, Delray Beach. And K-Laugh's going to be our official PFC correspondent. We also found out that K-Laugh bucks is how you're paid. Also, K-Laugh bucks are accepted at Econo Lodge. So if you ever need to stay someplace, just use all that money we're paying you, the K-Laugh bucks, at an Econo Lodge near you. So, rewatch the VOD if you want to remember stuff. Could you watch the VOD for me and put it in production notes? Smile. Ooh, I thought I might have a chance. I hope everyone had as good of a weekend as they possibly could. Congratulations again to Mike, raising over $1,500 for the Movember cause, which is about awareness, prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and mental health, which Mike definitely talked about and shared some videos and things at the beginning of the stream yesterday. Quiet I'm Gaming. Dang, there are no Econo Lodges in Delray Beach. Well, I guess you're just going to have to pay for lodging on your own, but what a small price to pay, Quiet, to get a chance to cover the PFC. So, and usually, you know, this is how these opportunities present themselves is, you know, you start doing it for less money. Maybe sometimes you're paying a little out of pocket just to cover the sport. But in 10 years from now, you might be able to have a chance to be the preeminent PFC correspondent. Okay, so think about all the folks who jumped on to MMA early, right? This is your chance, Quiet. Opportunity is knocking. Are you going to answer the door? K-Laugh Bucks, which, by the way, has now become one word and ends in an X, which does definitely make it a little bit more suspicious. Seems suspicious as K-Laugh, but I will need some more coffee before I begin my anti-boss crusade. Exposure! Quiet goes, or I just drive 5 hours. We were talking about this a lot, especially with the relatives in town, because one of our family members drove to Oregon from South Dakota. And we were talking about another family member who was there who had really recently driven from Northern California to Anchorage, Alaska, because they were moving. And so we were talking about, like, distance of drives. And growing up in Montana, because that state is just atrociously big, and there's all these small towns that are spread out throughout the state. Like, I got used to driving, 5 hours one way just to spend a weekend with people, right? And so it's a lot easier, I think, to get behind the idea of a 5-hour drive when you're doing it routinely. I mean, we drove 90 minutes to go watch a movie one way, just because we didn't have movie theaters closer to where I actually lived. So that kind of gives you perspective. So K-Laugh, what I'll do is or not K-Laugh, Quiet, what I'll do is I will hire you a driver, and then you won't have to worry about it. We just need to find a driver who accepts K-Laugh bucks. Thank you. Or they could also accept Mike's 6 economies or the other thing, the Deutschmarks thing or whatever. Oh, sweet. I'll add you to the party after this. I'll probably play Apex Final Hour. So, Mike, usually here for the first hour on Mondays, had to do work stuff, so not able to join us, and then said we'll be here for a full 3 on Tuesday, so that's exciting. Chrissy said, I drove from North Dakota to Oregon. That drive felt like forever. Our stupid cat locked us out of the car 14 hours in at a gas stop. How on earth the cat happened to hit the locked door button? Oh my gosh, that is awful. Well, and even like, I had to fly to South America for Christmas one year. And circumstances caused my flight to be delayed a week. It was while I was in college. I learned that colleges close their dorms during winter break, or a lot of them do, at least mine did. And so I had nowhere to go. And instead of just asking somebody who lived in Oregon or California, of whom I knew several, if I could just hang out with them for a week. And it was a week before, like, Christmas actually hit. So I could have gone to their house, but then been out of their hair by the time, like, family was coming if they were celebrating Christmas, for example. And I was like, I'll just drive back to Montana. So I drove from Southern Oregon to Montana. And that's like a 14-hour drive in and of itself. Hung out for a week with my family, but I had a flight departing San Francisco airport at like 10 in the morning. And you know what I did? I decided to drive from Montana to San Francisco in late December, the day before my flight. And I got through some snow in southern Montana, southern Montana, southern Idaho, like the very bottom of Idaho. And got done with that. I was like, oh, thank goodness I'm done with the snow. And I get to like western Nevada, and I had a friend who lived there, so I said hi. I was like, yeah, I'm so happy all the snow's over. And she's like, they had closed the road between here and San Francisco last night because of all the snow. And it's like, what do you mean the snow? And that's the day that I learned that the Sierra Nevadas exist, and not all mountains are in Montana. So I was very lucky to make my flight. I made it, though, so there you go. I'm so sorry that your cat locked your doors. Oof, that's rough. All right, Brendan goes, Calaf Bucks, X, capital X, X. But apparently those are only good at Calaf's OnlyFans. We'll probably find a sufficient driver loitering around the Econo Lodge parking lot. Seems very unsafe. You know, this is becoming a thing that should play out in, like, Grand Theft Auto roleplay. So, yep, he thought he was so cute we had to pay $80 to get the car unlocked. But now you have a story, Chrissy. I mean, I can tell you a similar story about when we drove to Canada one time. And somebody broke my ignition key off of my door because it was back in the day when cars had both an ignition key and a door lock key that were separate. Coming up, $1,000, a reward offered for a president's stolen dog collar. We'll tell you that story coming up. And also, a man's dying wish was to bet a bunch on Nebraska football. So we have that story coming up for you as well. A story you can tell internet friends. Isn't that worth at least $80, Chrissy? Absolutely. All right. This is the 10 strangest sports in the world. Johnny Hughes wrote this list for Goliath.com. We're talking about the Pillow Fight Championship. Apparently they have like specialized pillows. Sean was already complaining because they have like a handle, and part of the whole thing about pillow fighting was having to find a way to get leverage holding the case with your fingertips. So these are sports that actually do exist, and we'll tell you what it exactly entails. Now, we'll start with number 10 on this list from Goliath.com.
1-0.
Kabaddi or kabaddi, one of the two. It resembles schoolyard game of tag, but it has its roots in wrestling out of India and allows you to tackle your opponent to the ground. During a game, quote, the Raider must run across the center line and take players from the opposing team before returning to their own half. Seems simple, okay, but you have to hold your breath while in your opponent's half, and when you return to the other side, you chant kabaddi, kabaddi with his exhaling breath to show that he is not inhaled. As of the writing of this list, it had reached the UK. Okay.
8.
Not 8 yet, Bob. We're on number 9. 9.
9.
Thank you, Bob. Oof. Close call. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
This is not a phonetics-friendly list for your friend Hefty Goofier. So,
Sepak Takraw.
Sepak Takraw. Enormously popular sport in Asia. It's been around since the 15th century. It translates to kickball, according to the author, but a more accurate comparison would be volleyball, courts divided by the net. Oh, I've seen this. You use your feet, knees, or chin instead of your hands. I've absolutely seen this on some sort of screen. I wanted to say on TV, but it might have been on the internet. But yeah, it's played mostly in Thailand and Malaysia, and I've seen it. It's basically feet volleyball. Okay. This one sounds like something out of Power Rangers.
8.
Zorbing.
Zorbing.
A newer sport. It's an extreme sport. It's exploded in popularity. I have, again, no date on this list, so I have no clue how old this list is. It's the top 10 strangest sports in the world. It appears to be competitive. No, it's not competitive. It's more of a recreational sport. You take a large inflatable orb that's made of transparent plastic, and then you're being flung down a hillside, and you send you tumbling around until you eventually come to a stop. The orbs are double layered, so there's a shock absorber. It can also be done on a level surface. What? Is this like cheese rolling? But you're in an inflatable orb? K-Laugh! Look up Zorbing. Zorbing. Yikes. Alright.
7.
Chess boxing. I'm not going to lie. I've never put chess and boxing into the similar category. But this combines the two. It's a Dutch performance artist who decided to make this up. Happened in Berlin in 2003. It's played now in Germany, Great Britain, India, and Russia. What happens is you have 11 rounds, 6 are chess, and 5 are boxing. Each sport lasts around 3 minutes per round. Someone can win by knockout, technical knockout, checkmate, or from their opponent becoming disqualified, resigning, or exceeding the time limit in the chess rounds. Apparently, the author writes, the standard of chess understandably drops as the game goes on.
6.
K-Laugh says, aren't those the ones where you have the big old orbs on your head and you look like a candy apple? Brenda goes, yeah, Zorbs are just a touristy thing. Huh. Oh my gosh, you're looking on the source code and you're finding that it was made in September of 2015. That's some hacking right there. Quiet, are you Zero Cool? Nice work. Oh, number 6, look at this.
6.
It's the JF Downs Memorial Extreme Ironing. We talked about this right off the bat. Yeah, extreme ironing exists. If you go to our Discord, there's a picture of somebody ironing underwater, which I don't know if that's a different type of sport. But yeah, originated in the UK. There was a documentary on the sport, helped popularize it around the globe. Extreme locations, extreme ironing. Could be mountainside, whilst snowboarding, or parachuting, or in a canoe. Yeah, 2002, the first Extreme Ironing World Championships took place. There were 10 nations that chose to compete that year.
5.
All right. Help me out, Siri. This one's scary, too.
Hornison.
Hornison. This comes out of Sweden. Nope, Switzerland. Switzerland. It's typically played between Swiss farmers. And it was originally, apparently, designed to settle disputes between different people in the village. This is a combination of golf and baseball. There's a batting team where they launch a puck, or a hornus, into the air with a whip. They must get it as far as their opponent's area as possible, whilst the defending team must stop the puck with big placards on long sticks. The team with the fewest penalization points, aka the smallest number of failed interceptions, wins. And each team gets 2 bouts, with each player hitting twice. There was an international foundation formed in 2012. Hornison.
4.
All right, Bossa or Bosa ball. This is apparently a lot of fun. Think trampolines right? Was started off in Belgium, but first played in Spain. So thought of in Belgium, played in Spain. Elements of volleyball, soccer, gymnastics, and capoeira? What? Capoeira, I guess. You can play this on the beach. There's an inflatable court, 2 trampolines on either side, and 1 player occupies the trampoline. The player on the other side serves the ball. The opposing team must return the ball over the net with no more than 5 touches. Yeah, sounds a lot like volleyball. Just more.
3.
All right, number 3 is cheese rolling. I've seen this on TV. Okay, England has a lot of great sports, writes the author. And each year, there's a race where there's a 9-pound wheel of cheese. It's rolled down a hill. Contestants have to try to chase after the cheese, and the first person crossing the finish line at the bottom wins said cheese. It's pretty simple. However, if you watch this, it looks like there's a lot of injuries, and that's what the author points out. It's not the safest sport in the world.
2.
All right, number 2 on this list, top 10 strangest sports in the world.
Buzkashi.
Buzkashi translates to goat dragging. It's the national sport of Afghanistan. Players are mounted on horses. The aim of the game is to drag a goat carcass through obstacles and then throw it into a circle at the other end of the playing surface for a goal. It can be a very physical sport because enormous groups play at the same time. Okay. All right, number 1 on this list is a training exercise originally developed for the Japanese military.
Boteoshi.
Boteoshi. Bizarre, chaotic, and wild, writes the author. It's like capture the flag, but 75 players attack and 75 are on defense. The attacking team must bring a wooden pole down to a 30-degree angle. The defending team has to stop them. You have different positions. Pole support holds the pole in position. Barriers protect the pole. And the largest part of the defense, interference, harass attackers as they get to the barrier. There you go. There's your top 10 strangest sports in the world. A list that we have hacked to find out was started in 2015 and was written by Johnny Hughes for Goliath. Check it out. There's your top 10 list. It is now 7:38 West Coast, 10:38 out East, 3:38 for those watching GMS in the UK. It's Chocolates Day, National Lemon Cream Pie Day, which I think, Sean had wise words. I was like, why does lemon cream pie get its own day? But I'm sure there's probably a day of the day for all of the various types of pies that are made with cream. Chocolate cream pie, coconut cream pie, those kind of things. It's Throw Out Your Leftovers Day. KJ was astute enough to notice that I said, hey, don't throw those out. I was mostly saying just for a food waste standpoint. But if you like leftovers, try to finish them if you can. Understandable if you can't, because that happens sometimes. Want to give a shout out to JF Downs, our new cup stacking correspondent. Also shout out to Gabe Pride, who is the winner of the Dr. Squatch soap raffle during the Myco charity stream.
Does anyone have my Dr. Squatch soap?
And a big good moron to you, Caleb Wins Games. It was good to see you. I saw you get rated this weekend. Don't remember by whom, but it's the first time I had seen your stream in quite some time, and so it's good to see you again. We are just breaking down thoroughly the Pillow Fight Championship, which is coming to Florida in January. So if you would like to get your tickets, Google it, because I have no clue if they're actually selling tickets and if you can get it. If you have an epic pillow fight story, earlier Justin told us how Justin knocked out their brother in an epic pillow fight when a child. Other days of the day, it's Square Dancing Day, which I did not enjoy square dancing. I had to learn it in school. I even like line dancing over it. Electronic Greetings Day, which we're doing today through our chat. For example, there you go. Gaming Morning Show says hello. That's an electronic greeting, and it happened today on this Monday. It's also Cyber Monday, which, we basically are seeing a whole bunch of blurred lines between the start of Black Friday, which used to be the only big retail day in the United States, where it was like, hey, this is where if you want the best deal on a vacuum cleaner or a TV, get it on Black Friday, appliances, all that jazz. And now it's basically like, hey, it's August 17th. Let's just start getting rid of stuff. So, happens. All right, we're going to play some more Rocket League this morning, and then I have sports coming up in about 10 minutes from now. Speaking of sports, the Associated Press has a story. There's a person named Milton Andrew Munson, who is apparently a Air Force veteran, a pharmacist, a husband, and a father, but also a tremendous Nebraska football fan, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. In his obituary, there was a line that showed this specifically. Quote, in lieu of flowers, please place an irresponsibly large wager on Nebraska beating Iowa. End quote. Now, this man, who's 73 years old, died back on November 16th. Okay? So they write this obituary. They ran it in Thursday's paper. So if died on November 16th, that had to be about 2 weeks ago. So that's probably like a Tuesday. Okay? The Iowa-Nebraska game happened last weekend. So he had probably about a week to get some bets in. It was published in the Lincoln Journal-Star. And then, anyway, caught fire on social media. And one of the hosts of KOZN AM in Omaha and KLIN AM in Lincoln, an afternoon sports talk show, also kind of sounded the rallying cry. And so the hosts of the show decided to add money to this wager. And it ended up getting up to nearly $5,000. $5,000. So, if you're a huge football fan and you also like sports betting, now maybe this is something you can do. A man bet on the Cornhuskers. And if I remember correctly, I don't pay attention to betting lines. But I believe the Cornhuskers lost that game last weekend in fairly sad fashion. Like, I think they were up something like double digits, maybe like 21-9 for some reason. Because I remember we watched the highlights. One of the family members was a pretty big fan of Iowa football. So yeah, bad timing, Caleb. I just finished sports betting. I got too addicted again. I like betting on women's college basketball and women's college lacrosse. Well, you just happened to walk in when we started talking about sports betting, so... Oops. Yeah, Dan Patrick talks a lot about it because apparently Dan Patrick, the host of the Dan Patrick Show, used to be really into it, and finally got out after betting on some sort of obscure, like maybe it was like a Thursday MAC football game or something like that. So. Yeah, Caleb, you'd probably like Dan Patrick's stories if that's the case. All right, it's 7:43 West Coast, 10:43 out East, 3:43 in the UK. We'll still tell you the story of a president looking for a stolen dog collar. Next hour, we'll have the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, where we recap headlines from the first hour when Sports Gaming was here. That includes some record-breaking Steam numbers. Did anyone spend a lot of time on their Steam account over the weekend? Because it was the busiest weekend ever for concurrent users on Steam. Kayloff says, I like to think artistic lawn mowing is an unspoken sport. So you want to know what I saw, too, on Instagram? There are a lot of people who have pretty well-sized lawns and get really a kick out of making their lawn have very straight and, like, contrasting lines, similar to what you might see at a Major League Baseball ballpark, right? Something that's very elaborate and well decorated. And so I saw an Instagram account where a person who's really into what I just described was having a hard time because it's winter and can't do that right now. So then was really an ooh and ah over somebody posting vacuum art, where they basically took a time lapse of them vacuuming their carpet and getting some of those same contrasting lines. Because, you go one direction and then you turn around and go the other direction, and it makes really nice lines.
A fan of Hildart Duff and Harry Clarence Styles.
Because I said one direction. I remember we again, this is a nice weekend for this because it was all the family together. My wife's father allowed my wife one time as a child to mow the lawn. And both my wife and her sister, who's married to Sports Gaming, recounted how they were not able to meet the standard for how lines should look in the lawn. In other words, the lines were not straight enough in the lawn. And so my wife's lawn mowing career lasted roughly 15 minutes. It was not a long time. Brendan says, oh yeah, I was on Steam a lot this weekend. Well, good. DBD event, nice. I saw Kiki Lowe was playing DBD this weekend. Yeah, I think the next, before I play DBD, because Brendan was kind enough to kind of be our subject matter expert with DBD when GMS played DBD for the first time during the Halloween event. I think before I play DBD again, I'm going to want to take some time to understand the perks. Because, you know, I was just going around without any sort of strategy, and it'd be nice to know, you know, what I could get and how it can help me. Because otherwise, you're kind of just in the dark. And it'd be nice to know how to play that game a little bit better. KJ said, I have a park ranger friend who does the mowing lines thing. Posts lots of pics about it. Yeah, I mean, I used to run in middle school a lawn mowing service. My parents happened to buy a riding lawnmower because we had a fairly good size in-town lot. Like, I wasn't having to, you know, mow acres of grass, and we didn't have like a tractor lawnmower, like a literal tractor lawnmower. But we had a riding lawnmower, and part of the reason that they bought it was because they felt like it was an opportunity for me to earn some money in the summer mowing lawns. So I built like a full-blown service. And I always tried to make sure that I had straight lines. I don't know if I ever tried lawn art, though. And now looking back on it, I mean, that could be kind of a fun challenge. Like, I'm amazed. Like, the grounds crews who can carve a logo out in center field. Like, how do you do that? It's just amazing. I'm sure it's just different heights of grass or something. But let's see. The game is tough without having knowledge of how it works. I went in blind, too. Yeah, and it was overwhelming because we were playing in the moment, and you're trying to read all of the different perks quickly. And Brendan was kind enough to be like, listen, this is not the day for that. You know, here's a couple that might help you, you know, initially. But it's kind of good to know, too. Like, for example, I play mostly Apex Legends, which we'll play next hour during the gaming hour. And I play that because, you know, you can find a legend that has something that's beneficial to you as a player. And so until you know, like, which of these 486 perks fits, you know, what I think I can do best at this game, it's kind of hard, right? I'll get more on to you, Kage Boy. It's good to see you on Gaming Morning Show.
Top of the Mora.
I hope you had a nice weekend. How is everyone doing over in your community? Down said, I watched an interview with Jeff Hardy, the wrestler, and in his spare time, he makes grass art with a weed whacker on his lawn. How about that? How about that? Yeah, it's a pillow fighting championship coming up on January 29th, so we've been asking, what is an everyday activity that you would like to see be a sport? For example, I broached the topic of competitive dishwashing as a team event. So you get a sink of dirty dishes. You know, they can have some sort of like fake goo on them, so you don't have to actually deal with real food or anything, but like different degrees of difficulty. Like you could have a green goo that's like, these are the easiest dishes to clean, and then you have those that are like red, which is a more complex type of thing, and then you have to have one person washing, another person drying and placing in like a rack or something. And yeah, which, by the way, the more I say this, I have a feeling like this probably exists and I just don't know about it. So let's see. Yeah, when you go into a custom lobby in Dead by Daylight, it gives you every single perk, which is overwhelming. Oh, so until you're doing that, do you have to unlock them? And Christy says, yeah, the DBD perks are super detailed. There's like 100 of them now, according to Brendan. And just on the Survivor side, yeah, that's true. Then you get into the Mortarer. Yikes. You as well. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Everyone's good. That's awesome, Kage Boy. Yeah, one of my favorite streams to visit. Kage makes everyone feel very welcome. And I love the expression, too, because a lot of times I'll only be able to focus long enough to submit some bits to somebody on a stream. And I'll do that to Kage Boy every once in a while. And his expression is what are you doing, Hefty? Breaking my door in by dropping bits. And I love that expression so much. So, yeah, Kage's streams, very good time. Yeah, we were watching. It was Caleb. You were playing one of the Geo or chat guessers when we jumped in. I cannot remember for the life of me who I was watching, but we headed your way. And listen, that game is hard for me because I really thought I was better at geography. I really did. And then Mike started to play a lot of GeoGuessr, and I watched folks who are good at it. The other day, though, it might have been in a screenshot from yesterday's stream with Mike O, where there was like one that happened to have that big statue that hangs over Rio de Janeiro, and it was like, well, this one's easy, and occasionally you get those. But man, a lot of times, just no clue. Nice save, Kalaf. Nice save. Takes a lot of practice. Yeah, exactly. Well, I remember when, gosh, I want to say Kiki was even going to do like a chat guesser stream or something. And I was like, oh yeah, second place in the geography beat 3 different times when I was in middle school. I got this. But that's only because I know like little facts about geography. Turns out I actually don't know anything about what places actually look like. KJ's working on grocery shopping as we speak. And then Quiet I Am Gaming says, yeah, you spend your blood points to unlock perks. So you start off with a handful and add from there. I gotcha. Yeah, DBD was a lot of fun. It was really a good time. I mean, as with anyone, I'm sure, there'd be a lot more games played with an increase in time. But, you know, the gaming experience has to do with the reason that you're in it for the most part, right? And I just really like playing with friends. And Apex is a pretty good game because it's I guess a right balance of gameplay and conversation, because there's enough lulls in fights in Apex Legends where you can talk for a little bit and have some fun, but then obviously, you know, you have to actually focus on the game. So, yeah, it's a good match for me. Oh, I get it now, KJ. KJ was suggesting grocery shopping as a sport. Listen, Supermarket Sweep is a fantastic show. And I haven't watched the new one. I think it's even recorded on my DVR. I haven't watched the new one with Leslie Jones. But, like, I like Leslie. I like Supermarket Sweep. Seems kind of like a no-brainer for me. So. Down says Kiki can't do geography. I'm good with an atlas. Like, if we sat down and had an atlas challenge and said, hey, Hefty, where's, you know, this city? I know all the state capitals, so I got that going for me. But yeah, when it comes to like seeing a Google street level picture of where we are, that's tough. It's tough. All right, we need this game to get over. K-Laugh, don't save it. Don't save. Thank you. Only reason K-Laugh didn't save it was because I asked K-Laugh not to. All right, thank you for being here. It is Monday, and it is now 7:54 West Coast time, 10:54 out east, 3:54 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Let's see, what takes a lot of practice? Oh, yeah, going back to DVD and GeoGuessr. We call that Supermarket Sweep. That's what I was just saying, Quiet. Yeah, that game was super fun. Super fun. Or maybe Kiki shouldn't do geography, not that she can't do it. Brendan said, what? You didn't get that feeling from Fall Guys, Ryan? Ooh, Fall Guys. Fall Guys requires far more patience than I think I'm capable of demonstrating. Because it's a lot of like those platform type elements where it's like, okay, gotta time this jump just right. I'm not patient. Not patient at all. Which is why I'm thankful that Apex Legends doesn't have fall damage, because I'd be falling all over that map. Quiet says, that's your homework, Ryan. Watch an episode and report back. I will. How was the new supermarket sweep? Let us know. Kiki goes, geography is hard. Absolutely. Yeah. Kiki's not wrong. Geography trivia, easier than actually knowing geography. Don't get me started on topography, am I right? Oof. Well, it's great to see folks like Kage Boy, Caleb Wins Games being here. Thank you so much for spending some time, as well as everyone like Kiki Low, Quiet I Am Gaming, K-Laugh, of course, has been here. KJ, doing a great job working and lurking, listening to us probably on audio only, so thank you for doing that. Brendan _TTV is here. It's been a lot of fun so far. Riding solo today, we should have Maiko for the entire show tomorrow. Congratulations to Look It's Maiko for raising over $1,500 for Movember, and there's still 2 days left. Mike did say that if you can help Mike get to the stretch goal of $2,000 by using that link right there, Mike is still planning to make good on the incentive to play Phasmophobia in VR. All right, let's take a look at sports at 7:56. Football in December that is meaningful is very exciting, and that's what's happening for your Denver Broncos yesterday. A 28-13 win against the Los Angeles Chargers. Broncos led wire to wire, and despite a lot of injuries, including to quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, backup quarterback Drew Lock came in, threw an interception right before halftime. The Broncos had a chance to maybe get a 3-score lead. Instead, it became 14-7 at halftime. But the Broncos persevere and will play Kansas City on Sunday Night Football next weekend for the right to first place in the AFC West. And man, it's been a while since we've had this much fun watching sports, y'all. Let's go. There's supposed to be an F1 race next weekend. I'm doing nothing on Sunday, but just trying to not be a train wreck of nerves until Sunday night. The Broncos used to be on Sunday Night Football at least twice a year. And then since the Super Bowl, yikes. Speaking of Super Bowl, Caleb Wins Games. It's not fun being a Panthers fan. So I am neutral on Cam Newton. Many people in our area despise Cam Newton because of the whole Auburn-Oregon national title game. So when Cam was back last week at home for the debut, I was like, that's kind of cool. And then Cam got benched yesterday. Dolphins win 33-10. And the toughest part, too, is, for example, Carolina's 5-7. Still very much in playoff contention. In fact, tonight, the Monday Night Football game is Seahawks and Washington football team. If the Seahawks win that, the Seahawks are 3-7. If they win that, they're like one game out of the final playoff spot. So there's so many teams vying for playoff spots that Carolina's not out of it. And that's frustrating because you're torn between, your team still having a shot, but knowing that, they're not very good. That's honestly kind of where the Broncos are at. So, oof, rough. Speaking of football and Superphonics here, good moron to you, Superphonics.
Top of the moron.
I was able to watch about 7 total minutes of Superphonics Super Gig, which is too bad because that thing is worth a full watch from beginning to end. But Superphonic and Quiet I Am Gaming's Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a big road win over Indianapolis. I think the Colts had won 3 straight going into that game, 38-31. The Bengals dominated the Steelers, 41-10. That game was 31-3 in the first half. Jets beat Houston in a matchup of 2-win teams. Jets now 3-8. Houston is 2-9. Falcons get a road win, 21-14. Proof of concept. Atlanta's still in the playoff hunt. They're a half game better than Carolina at 5-6. Tennessee, a lot of turnovers. New England, hottest team in football, 36-13. Next Monday night, Bills host the Patriots. That's going to be a good game. You get 2 really good Sunday night football games because they're both for evening games next week. You get Sunday night football for first place in the AFC West. You get first place battle in the AFC East on Monday. Packers beat the Rams 36-28. Niners over the Vikings 34-26. And Baltimore beat Cleveland 16-10. Look, it's Maiko's Eagles. Didn't play well against the Giants, lost in New York 13-7. And that is your sports. By the way, your Los Angeles Lakers, a 110-106 win over the Detroit Pistons yesterday. So, there you go. K-Laugh, yay, football team. I wouldn't be disappointed if Washington just decided to keep the football team moniker. I don't think they need to figure it out. I think Washington football team is fine. The only thing that I don't love, and this is just, preference. I can't even explain it. I don't like numbers on the side of the helmet. Like Alabama does that, and I don't love it. I like a logo. The only thing that drives me more nuts is the Steelers just have their logo on one side of the helmet. I've never understood that. So, Caleb, I was rage tweeting about the game yesterday. I won't rage here. Yeah, and listen, Caleb, the Panthers are in this quarterback purgatory, which the Broncos have been in now as well. And it's just the worst place you can possibly be. You try everything to find a quarterback, and it doesn't work out, and then you're on the hook for Sam Darnold's salary next year, which then makes it harder to, find people that can improve your football team. So, yeah, it's a big vicious cycle. It's too bad Sports.Gaming's not here. Big USC fan, and yesterday Lincoln Riley announced that the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners is leaving the program to become the next head coach of Southern California. I think Riley's going straight to USC. In fact, I think I read a tweet that said Bob Stoops, the former Oklahoma coach, who I think was the head coach last time Oklahoma was in the title game, might be making that up, is going to coach the bowl game, which kind of shows you that, like, Lincoln's out. He's going straight to USC and going to work on trying to get the Trojans back to being a national title contender. Heard rumors on the internet that part of the biggest reason was because Lincoln Riley didn't like the idea of Oklahoma joining the SEC. So going to maybe be in the Pac-12 where you have to compete with, like, Oregon and maybe one other team a year seems like a better deal. Florida has hired Billy Napier, next head coach. Florida had fired Dan Mullen last week. Washington State removed the interim tag and named Jake Dickert, the head coach. The Cougs beat the Washington Huskies 40-13 in the Apple Cup, and the Cougars were 3-2 since Dickert took over. David Cutcliffe is out as the head coach of Duke football, 15 seasons. Was the former head coach, I think, of Peyton Manning when Manning was at Tennessee. Sonny Dykes going to be the new head coach at TCU, former SMU coach. And then there's a whole bunch of hot stove stuff if you're into baseball. Rangers have a contract 7-year agreement with Gold Glove second baseman Marcus Semien. Minnesota Twins, $100 million 7-year contract with Byron Buxton, the center fielder. And the Toronto Blue Jays given a 5-year, $110 million deal to right-hander Kevin Gausman. Gausman? Something like that. Went 14-6 for San Francisco last season. Seattle Mariners have Adam Frazier in a trade with San Diego. And Wander Franco, Tampa Bay Rays, $182 million, 11-year contract. It's a shortstop. He's a shortstop. Wow. New York Islanders game against the Rangers and Philadelphia Flyers. Those two games have been postponed. It's the second coronavirus-related postponement in 5 games total this season that have been postponed. As your sports, Duke football rip. If you go to Duke's campus, Cameron Indoor is the like haven of college basketball. I can't stand Duke. I like Coach K, UK fan, 1992. Christian Laettner ruined my life. But that building is beautiful. It looks like an old school like high school arena. Narrow corridors. It's old, but it's really cool to be in there. Caleb's not a big fan of Matt Rule, the head coach of the Panthers, by the way. Caleb does absolutely love the football team name. I do too. I don't see why you would change it. I just don't. Quiet Time Gaming, he was out for a while. Forgive me, I don't know what that was. Maybe Lincoln Riley? I don't know. Forgive me, Quiet. I missed that too early. All right, anyway, that is your sports. It's 8:04. We got to take a break. Come back with more. We're going to play a little bit of community games. I'm going to play some Apex. We'll have a gaming hour coming up next hour. If you have not been here for one of those before, it's a lot more like me just playing video games, a little more focus on the gameplay. But we'll also give you the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News, which recaps the headlines of the day. We'll have clip of the day, takeaways that were pretty okay. So what's something you already learned from today's show? Be thinking about that when we ask for it at the end of next hour. And we'll tell you the story of the $1,000 reward offered for a former president's missing dog collar. We have all that ahead on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. It is Monday, November 29th, 2021.
this time with you, I took the pain. Knew that it was wrong to stay. So I told myself I'd walk away. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. I will shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you, I am fearless. I am fearless. I am fearless. I will shatter the silence. I am fearless. It's like a battle every day. Fighting as we watch our feelings fade. You always made it my mistake. Promise myself I'm not to blame. I think I'm ready now, ready now, ready now. And I'm so over you dragging me down. Just wanna let it out, let it out, let it out. Feel so free, gonna shout it out loud. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Without you I'm limitless. There's nothing that you could do to break my spirit or shatter the silence. Oh, I'm telling you that I am fearless. Oh, I'm telling you, I am fearless. So limitless, limitless. I am fearless. I am ready now. I am fearless. I will shatter the silence. I am fearless. I made a couple things in my life, but this one takes a cake. Sat in front of the camera, started streaming the game. Next thing I know, I've got friends all around the world. Shaping the girl who I know I'll grow. I never saw this coming, no, I never imagined. They said there'll never be anything special in this world. Well, guess what? The joke's on them because I'm in a new world. They'll never leave the small towns and little places that are stuck in the ground. No, they'll never see the faces, and I can't live that way, so I packed up and moved far away from home.
This one goes out to Superphonic. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forever.
Well, some try to say that it's hard to progress. Well, I'll beg to differ because I found the best people to teach me how to do it greater. People who remind me that I'm
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, community games, and GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. Join our Discord and become a Patreon. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning. Gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is Monday, November 29th, 2021. Be sure to tune in this Wednesday. Another episode of GMS After Dark with Look It's Mike. Oh, it is our 90-minute show that we have that starts at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. A lot of fun and shenanigans with Look It's Mike and guests every single Wednesday at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. And then, of course, GMS Plays. We talked about it quite a bit coming up in December. Likely going to have some more episodes of Fudge Village, which is where we sit down and play Resident Evil Village. Still waiting for the one thing to happen that's supposed to terrify the crap out of me. Can't wait for that. Also, some other surprises for you with GMS Plays. And then probably have some GMS games as well in the month of December as well. Yeah, KJ's been lurking this morning. In fact, let's just cut straight to the fact that at hand it's the final hour.
Welcome in, final hour crew.
Well, thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Whole FHC is here.
Hello, FHC.
KJ is here. Master Jordy is here this morning as well. Super fun part of the final hour crew. Did I say phonic? Phonic. Chrissy Icky. Master Jordy, good moron.
Top of the moron.
To you, Jordy. Thanks for being here with the FHC. Caleb Wins Games. First time in a long time we've seen Caleb. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Kage Boy had stopped in earlier. Quiet Am Gaming's here for the vast majority of the show. Quiet must be working again because I think Quiet kind of took a leave of absence from Gaming Morning Show because of sleep-in responsibilities. K-Laugh, as well, our head of research and development, has been with us throughout the course of the morning as well. Chrissy Icky, like I mentioned, Downs has had a good show with a cup stacking discovery, and even looking at interviews with Jeff Hardy to figure out what grass art is all about. I mean, what a good show we've had so far today. So thank you for spending time with us. And Chrissy Icky says, we love fudge. Fudge came up earlier, by the way. I want to say it was Justin on YouTube said something about liking fudge. Fudge is one of those things where it's like, man, fudge is delicious, right? But could we just get some brownies in here? And I'm kind of in that line of thinking when it comes to like the dessert itself. The one place that's good to go get fudge is at like a fudge shop, right? Where they have like 9 different varieties of fudge. And that's like, yeah, give me a sliver of Oreo fudge. But like just when you get home and someone's giving you like a big tin of Christmas fudge and it's like, those first couple of pieces was pretty okay. But then, oof, rough. It's 8:14, so we got community games coming up, and then I'll play some arenas on Apex Legends for the gaming hour. I have a story about a presidential dog collar that has been stolen. We'll give that to you very shortly. And then if you missed our story about a man who died and in his obituary was like, hey, I need you to bet on Nebraska football. We'll share that with you too. It is Chocolates Day, plural, Chocolates Day. National Lemon Cream Pie Day, Throw Out Your Leftovers Day, Square Dancing Day, Electronic Greetings Day, and Cyber Monday. Maybe it was Chocolates Day. Maybe it was Chocolates Day where we got to the fudge topic. Maybe it was just because we brought up Fudge Village. But fudge is just too dense, right? It's just a little bit too much. And we need a little bit less. Yeah, like a chocolate fudge brownie has more of like a cake consistency. And listen, my wife has like a pretty easy easy recipe that she makes for brownies. Little square pan, and they're pretty dense brownies, but they're still better than fudge. Maybe I need to give fudge a better chance. But Superphonic says I'm not big on fudge, and neither is Kiki apparently. I don't know. Maybe it's just like you have to have someone who can do it right? Maybe I'm just not good at fudge. So we'll see. All right. It is also our topic of the day, asking you what everyday activity would you like to see made into a sport, because the Pillow Fight Championship is coming to Florida in late January. We've had some suggestions. I put out dishwashing championships. You have KJ suggesting grocery shopping championships. So, yeah. Chrissy, I'm not super big on fudge, but I do love Fudge Village. Okay, so it sounds like here we have Fudge Village is greater than just fudge. We're eating the wrong fudge, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, there's fudge shops in places, so maybe I gotta go back there and check it out. If you missed the story, by the way, Reuters has a headline, quote, "Don't get caught napping," end quote. Pillow fighting enters combat sports arena. Here's the story. So they're bringing a pillow fighting championship to Florida, January. I'll try to do this like a big voice. This January, pillow fighting enters the combat sports arena. Pillow fighting is moving out of the bedroom and into the boxing ring with the Pillow Fight Championship as it holds its first live pay-per-view event in Florida on January 29th. Steve Williams, the man with the dream of turning childhood horseplay into a professional combat sport, said PFC delivers all the drama of hand-to-hand combat without the gore of mixed martial arts or boxing. It's not something where you sit there and laugh and feathers are flying. It's serious. It's hardcore swinging with specialized pillows. You have to be dead or in jail to miss this, and if you're in jail, break out. Florida, January 29th, PFC Pillow Fight Championship. Gravedigger. It's the monster trucks. This Sunday at the Exo Park and Arena Expo Park. Just a second. Microphone got a little low there. We're back though. I just love that line. So you have to be dead or in jail to miss this, and if you're in jail, break out. Jordy says, I think grocery shopping is a championship. It's a TV show. Yeah, we referenced Supermarket Sweep, and I have homework now. I have to finally actually watch one of the Leslie Jones hosted Supermarket Sweep episodes. I think it's on ABC. I think it's on my DVR, to be honest. So, all right. So anyway, that's why we're asking that question about grocery shopping and other things. I feel like the non-US crowd must have just been like, what? Yeah, so they have monster truck events, and that's like every single commercial that's ever been made for monster trucks. Or sometimes like motocross. It usually has to do with some sort of state or county fair. And it's a local TV ad. But yeah, you have to be dead or in jail to miss this, and if you're in jail, break out. We also learned what the Doppler effect was earlier. That's when you're watching a one-car auto race. And the car goes... So, there's that too. Alright, I think today's a good day for some Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. If you want to play, in a moment, we're going to show you a puzzle. And your job is to look at that puzzle and say, man, I think I know what the answer is. Because a lot of times, they're very easy to understand. Just like I got to sneeze. It's a good sneeze. Yeah, so we're going to give you a puzzle. If you want to know how good we've ever done in this particular event, there's a really simple way.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, exclamation point, DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
That's all you got to do, chat. And once you do that, we're in good shape. All right, last time we played this particular game, we banked 5 balloons. 5 whole balloons. And we didn't even near our record, which is 95. And again, the 95 is on easy mode. If you type in that acronym, you'll see what our all-time record is. Brendan says, we used to have TV and radio commercials just like that growing up in the 90s. Absolutely. And like I said, every single one seemed to involve a county fair. Man, Brendan was typing letters before we got to this place. I just want to make sure, like, you sure you want me to hit the O and the G and the Z? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I like your. I mean, what do we got to lose? We just started this event. Okay, well, we lost 4 balloons. That's what we have to lose. Dr. Squatch. I originally thought it was a Dr. Doolittle. I was like, wait, the category is animals. Oh, whoops, I forgot to start my timer. There we go. D from Downs. That was a hit. It's a nice work. Did it not work, Quiet? Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth wreck. Ah, it works just fine. Downs is going to go St. Bernard. And Calaf, who's cracked at this game, is already saying that was the correct answer. I like how Calaf, we had 1 letter on the board. Downs guesses St. Bernard, and Calaf goes, well done, Downs. How was it a foregone conclusion? Bank 3 balloons. Chat, you're just something else. Look at that. Brendan says, what do we have to lose? That's true. We did have 4 balloons. If you're looking at it literally, we had 4 balloons we could have lost. Okay. So, other than that, what do we have to lose? So,
It's definitely Shaq.
it's places, Bob. Disneyland. I think Disneyland is 1 word. Yeah. Good guess. I think they like to make that 1 word. Sorry, voice is kind of hoarse. Had 8 games in 2 days, and so just a lot of talking, a lot of yelling to try to get over some crowd noise and stuff. Oof. We're hanging on. Coffee's good though. Ran out of creamer though, so we're doing all black coffee right now, which honestly is not bad, but especially during the winter time, having a little peppermint mocha in there, it's pretty okay. LAN. We're either guessing letters for this game, or we're trying to talk about a local area network. Chrissy, lost my voice at the rivalry game this past week. Actually, forgive me, didn't even talk about college football. Michigan. I was going to gas Mike up because Michigan beat Ohio State for the first time since 1852 this last weekend. Alabama roars back to beat Auburn in 4 overtimes. And the Oregon Ducks win the Pac-12 North. They'll play Utah in a rematch for the Pac-12 title and a trip to the Rose Bowl, I assume. I don't know if the Rose Bowl is in or out of the college football playoff rotation this year. You guessed E, Brendan. I'm going to guess R, because that's what my name starts with. The letter R.
Hey, do any of you know a pirate's favorite letter?
I kind of figured that was going to happen. Does anyone want to guess? Bob can be satisfied? Because if you want to guess, I get it. Otherwise, I can answer Bob, because I don't think Bob's going to stop until Bob gets an answer. Okay. Jordy guessed O. Both I'm going to guess as use as a guess for the game and to answer Bob.
You'd think it was the C, but their favorite is R.
Wow, even Chrissy tried to answer the question, but it turns out it was the opposite. Many would think it would be the C, because, they first fell in love with the C, but it turns out their favorite letter is R. Nice guess of City by Calaf. I wanted to guess Panama City, but that doesn't fit. Kansas does, though. And Calaf is cracked. Nice work, Calaf.
Cracked.
Well, we banked 2 more. We're up to a total of 12? Nope, up to a total of 10. Slow goes it today on Gaming Morning Show, which is fine. We're not in a hurry. Yeah, exactly. We got there. That's important. All right, this one's animals. It's much shorter. I hope it's pandas. It's not. Snakes would have been a good guess. I'm sorry. I guessed way too early. We had 40 seconds left on the clock, and here I am recklessly typing P. I wanted to see if it was pandas. I was just excited. K-Laugh, good guess by Donkey, unfortunately. Man. All right. Chrissy, stop. I also haven't had my coffee, and I was like, Banana City. Take me down to Banana City where the grass is green and the fruit is very ripe. Whoa. Banana City. S.A. guesses from you, chat. Oh, look at that. I know what it is, but I'll let you guess. It's not the Tired Club, y'all. It's the FHC.
Hello, FHC.
Final Hour crew. Honorary, very tired crew as well. Alpaca, look at that. 6 balloons. Nearly a perfect round. All right, we can have maybe time for 2 more if you get this one quickly. Occupations. Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal.
It's not Shaquille O'Neal, Bob. It could be maybe Shaq O'Neal's A from Lady K. Head. You're going to guess head surgeon. Good guess. But it was wrong. D from Downs. Cup stacking extraordinaire. Again, head to our Discord. You got to see some of the work that Downs put in this morning. Brendan says, we should consult Udry with about an FHC pin. Get honorary members in FHC.
Hello, FHC.
I'd like that. Let's give a shout out to Maintaining Mediocrity. Also, Matt Artisan does pins, too. So if you like pins, so does Hobotoes, actually. A whole bunch of great folks who are in the I Sell Art world. And we've given some things away from all of those locations. In fact, I think that's during the the anniversary special. That's pretty much all we did. Let's give stuff away from them. REA in a rapid fire moment. And then a T from K-Laugh. All right, so that's kind of what you got. Occupations. Lady K, I made a nice tomato and garlic pasta that I'm currently eating. Thank you so much.
What's for breakfast?
Lady K is very reliable for that. Ooh, firefighter. Look at that. Lady K is cracked. Nice work. Very good. Very good indeed. Cracked.
Cracked.
All right, we have one more. Yep, we can do one more. This would get us over 25 if we do really well, and it's the dreaded one vowel word. Now, I can't remember. I think, what was the best strategy? Because it wasn't guessing the vowels, right? It was guessing around the vowels, maybe. I can't remember what we decided was the best strategy. Lady K, I actually got one before K-Laugh. What is this voodoo? True. Yeah, because I think if we guessed A-E-I-O-U, we were down to 5, and when it was hard, we only had like 5 balloons, so. Okay. Should we just give you the vowels? A, E, I. Okay, it's I. There you go. Work with that. One vowel word. We've guessed the letter D. O and U are no longer eligible. And I don't know about why and how the whole sometimes why thing plays into this, but. Ooh, good guess. K-Laugh hits 2 N's. Oh, and we might have a surprise starting Wednesday for you as well. If K-Laugh, you could remember, big possibility on Wednesday's show. Spinning was guessed, sprinting was guessed, but look at that now. Those last two, the G and the T, did hit. Stringing. We wouldn't have figured that out in a million years. Nice work. K-Laugh has been cracked. Lady K
Cracked.
is now cracked. Now y'all did it. It's a team game, chat. It's a team game. No one gets credit. It's a team game. All right, now 8:30 West Coast, 11:30 out East. It is 4:30 for those watching GMS in the UK. Thanks for being here. It's been a lot of fun so far. We're asking you for your favorite sport out of everyday activities. We're asking you to tell us your opinions on fudge. I mean, what's better than that? What's better than that? All right. We'll play some arenas games, and I'm going to use Fuse because I get bonus points for using Fuse. So that's what my plan is right now. How was your weekend? Mine was pretty good. It was very full. Had a lot to do over the last 48 hours. Excited for a little bit of relaxation today. Going to work on lining up some guests as well for the upcoming week of GMS. Speaking of stories, there's a person, according to WGN, who is offering $1,000 for a missing presidential dog collar. I did not mean to be on the screen, but here we are. According to the story, and this comes to you, like I said, from WGN, there's a radio station in Warren G. Harding's Ohio hometown, okay, that's looking to try to retrieve a dog collar. According to this, there's a reward offered by one of the listeners because there was a dog collar that was stolen from a historic home. Scott Spears, the host of the morning show on WWGH FM in Marion, and it's near the 29th president's birthplace. A donor called up and said, "Hey, I want to remain anonymous, but I have $1,000 as a reward." Spears told listeners the offer on, quote, "Now with Scott Spears," end quote, had the station depositing the money in a local bank and will act as the intermediary for any tips offered to solve this mystery. Apparently, the antique collar belonged to Harding's Airedale Terrier, and it was the only thing stolen from his home on a Tuesday in 2012. So this is apparently dating back almost 10 years ago. Groundskeeper had found a ladder propped up against a second-story window, prompted speculation that there had been a thief, and now people are trying to figure out how to get this dog collar back. So, the thief had visited the home before and knew where to look for the collar, because again, they only got that one thing. Maybe Warren G. Harding's dog was acquired in the same way that my mother once acquired our family pet. And that was to roll up on a children's birthday party and offer to buy the dog because the dog was so beautiful, as my mother tells the story, that my mother needed to have this dog. And as a result, offered this person a pretty modest sum of money, to be honest, to steal this child's birthday present. So maybe Warren G. Harding had used like presidential power to acquire a dog, and as a result needed to give. I don't know. I'm just trying to find a way to put this in perspective, and clearly it's not happening. Uh-oh. Our Watson's just hanging out in the back. This could be a little 2v3 situation. No worries. I'm a Fuse. What could go wrong? They too have a Fuse. Yeah, they're still back there. Can't remember. There's a way to disable your... Oh gosh. Mistakes were made. Ah! Lost that. Pets should not be given as birthday or Christmas presents anyway. I think that that's a smart strategy, right? Because otherwise you're basically setting up a responsibility on a person who may not be equipped to handle said responsibility. So I think that that's fair. Down said, Warren G needs to regulate his security a little bit better. That was a great line, JF Downs. Nice shot. Nice shot. Regulators mount up. It was a clear, dark night, a clear, dark moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to reacquire the dog collar that was stolen from their house in the middle of the night. It's a good line. It's a good line. Oh, man. I really like grenades in Arena. I really do. And we're going to use the JF Downs Memorial P2020. Yeah, that dog was with us a long time. 16 years, I want to say that dog survived. The hardest part was that dog had epileptic seizures. And so every once in a while you would find it lying on the floor, you know, unable to move. And it was tough. It was just tough to watch. I guess we're storming on in. Oh, our Watson's back. I'm coming to help you. P2020 is king. I won a game 3-0 with a P2020. Lady Kate, I'm a bit lethal with the R301 TBH. Yep. R301 is still a good weapon. I just don't use it in arenas because what's it cost now? Is that 600 or 800? It just costs too much money. Prowler's my favorite weapon in arenas, and now that we have some cash. Yeah. I like this better. Have fun storming the castle. Good moron to you. Chris M.E. is here, mayor of the internet.
Who is probably in the shower.
Final hour crew ambassador. It's good to see you this morning. I don't really think Fuse's ultimate's very much fun to play with in this mode, but I had the cash. I'm only playing because I had the bonus to use Fuse. My favorite character right now to play in arenas is Seer. Seer's kind of fun. So the shots are coming out from over there. Well, if we have a care package. Okay. So this person's fighting somebody over here. Under fire. Oh no. Oh no. Reloading. Other side. Other side. Go help. Go help. Did I run away from the person who needed help? There we go. I think I had 28 damage, and I shot one person, two people once to get all the wins. Chrissy's taken off later. Later, Chrissy. Have a great day. Oh, what a win. What a fun snack that was. 8:40 West Coast time. Thanks for being here. GMS Gaming Hour. 11:40 out east. It is 4:40 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Chrissy, again, thank you for hanging out with us. Scotchick, Hefty be cracked. Nope. But we did win one game of arenas, so that's a win. You know what I think we'll probably do is we'll probably take off a little bit early because we'll kind of treat it like a Tuesday show where we get out about 5 minutes early and go from there. Holy cow, it's Golden plays drunk games.
Hello, FHC.
Good morning to you, Golden. I say holy smokes because I saw Golden in a stream that I do enjoy, but is never on. We can never, ever raid this person if you're watching on Twitch, just because I think they only play in the evening times. And this is Castanetto, that's I believe how you say Cass's name. Apex Legends streamer. Let me see. Trying to find the About Us section. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Eating food. It's a Pisces, half Filipino, half guess, as it's written here. I don't see any pronouns, so I'm going to go they. But, yeah, Castaneto. And, only on weekends, that's right. But really like Castanetto's stream. Like, just, it's a lot of fun. And going back to, like, the Apex Legends streamers who are cracked at also keeping up with chat, reference, obviously, when Kiki Low was only playing Apex. Like, Kiki's one of the best I've ever seen. Being able to play the game, but, like, almost catch every single thing that's said in chat. Cass does that pretty well. So anyway, Golden Plays Drunk Games was in there. I think you were playing in open lobbies with Cass. So anyway, it's good to see you this morning. If you want to chime in, there's our topic of the day. Pillow fighting, getting a championship. What more everyday activity would you like to see made into a good sport? We've had dishwashing as a suggestion. Grass art as a suggestion. For example, you could mow your lawn and make creative art. And that could be like Home Depot or Lowe's could sponsor a cooking competition-esque show. Maybe a little more like Lego Masters, where someone gets, 6 hours to design the ultimate grass art. That'd be okay. Man, that's a sponsorship waiting to happen. It's yours, TV executives. Don't even need to compensate GMS. It's all yours. So, congratulations. It is Chocolates Day, National Lemon Cream Pie Day, Throw Out Your Leftovers Day, Square Dancing Day, Electronic Greetings Day, and Cyber Monday. Square dancing is something that I had to learn in high school, maybe middle school. Ugh, it never latched on to me. But this goes back to, I have pretty innate curiosity in what makes people, enjoy the things that they enjoy. And one of those things is, people who are really into certain types of dance, I love hearing about why. And if someone was like, hey, square dancing's my jam, I'm on board. It's Electronic Greetings Day, so we are greeting you through the internet. So that definitely is an electronic greeting. And since Scott Chick's still here.
Who's got the cutest pet on the internet? I have this one, so cute.
There you go. Arturo was quite the hit during the Thanksgiving weekend. Arturo had everyone eating out of the palm of his hand, even though he has paws. It was not actually feeding anything to anyone. I did try to give Arturo some ham, but Arturo, with all the new people that were around, was not very honed in, locked in, so missed out on some ham. I'm sure found a way for Arturo to get fed. So here's a story we had from the Associated Press, and then we're going to give you clip of the day, takeaways that were pretty okay, and our Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming re-news. The Associated Press ran a story about Milton Andrew Munson. Perhaps you don't know who Milton is, but Milton died at the age of 73 on November 16th. And Milton, in the obituary, had specifically asked people to, instead of donating things like flowers, the request from Milton was to put an irresponsibly large wager on Nebraska beating Iowa in football. Sound advice. Sound advice, indeed. So, that's something that a radio show decided to kind of run with, was the fact that there's this person saying, hey, I don't want flowers, but to honor my life, if you could just put a ridiculous amount of money for Nebraska to beat Iowa, I'd appreciate it. Probably Milton's up in the great beyond, observing what happened, and was like, man, thank you. Thank you for honoring me. The sports show on KOZN and KLIN radio decided to start throwing some money in, and listeners obliged as well. It ended up being a bet of nearly $5,000 for Nebraska to beat Iowa. Now, I mentioned on Friday, because I think this game was played on Friday last week, I remember getting asked about Iowa because one of our family members is from the Midwest and was wondering if Iowa was winning the game. And at the time, Nebraska was up 21-9. But I do think Iowa ended up winning that game. I'm looking right now. Yep, Iowa won 28-21. Yep, Nebraska led 21-6 in that game. And Iowa scored the final 22 points to win 28-21. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, there you go. 8:46 West Coast time. Let's give you the Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news. The headlines of the day. We'll go from there. So from Marie Delisandre of GamesIndustry.biz. GamesIndustry.biz. Steam reached record-breaking concurrent users during Thanksgiving. Yeah, apparently, like, it was not just the sale, although there were a good amount of people just trying to get in on the Steam sale. 27 million concurrent users were in the Steam stratosphere on Sunday, I want to say is what that was specific to. So, if you were on Steam, you were part of the record-breaking performance. So, Zach Zwiesen of Game Informer says Farming Simulator 22 has more active players than Battlefield 2042. That was according to Kotaku. Zach Zwiesen of Game Informer is listed, but the story's from Kotaku, so that could be either way. And Halo Infinite console players call for crossplay to be turned off because cheaters emerge, from Jared Moore of IGN. The one thing that I thought about with that story is Halo was kind of born from the console world, right? And so I could totally understand how with crossplay enabled, and crossplay, I mean, does make queue times less long. You have the ability to play with people who own different consoles or machines than you, right? So that's cool. But yeah, if you're used to being a console gamer, you haven't had to deal with, the cheating that is available for people who have PCs. So anyway, that's Jared Moore of IGN. If you missed any of the Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news, check it out on Twitter. We're at WatchGMS. Golden Place Drunk Games. What? Cheaters in Halo? No. Our name of the morning was Guardian of Lore, out today for Switch. And the reason it was our name of the morning is because I believe it was the only game that Sports.Gaming could find that is out today. So congratulations, by default, Guardian of Lore, out today for the Switch.
Hashtag GMS name of the morning.
That's what you got to search in order to find any of our name of the morning winners from the past. Kajito, help us out. Clip of the day, then takeaways that were pretty okay. And Billy Thundergun today, by the way.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
Goes to JF Downs. I mean, JF Downs was in here talking about cup stacking, put some really cool pictures in our Discord. I mean, a pretty complete show from Downs today. Plus, if there's a Guardian of Lore, it's Downs. Because Downs guards the lore of the P2020 that no one else believes. So, all right, Kajito, you're so kind. Clip of the day.
Clip of the day. Clip of the day. Clip of the day. Clip of the day. Here it is. It's the clip of the day.
Stay in gaming history birthdays. If you have a birthday to celebrate, let us know. We'd like to celebrate with you. Let's take a look at celebrity birthdays today. Howie Mandel turns 66 today.
Nice. 3 more years. 3 more years.
I have a question. It's Howie Mandel's birthday. Deal or no deal?
Can we get the really dramatic music?
Okay, absolutely.
Deal.
You said deal, correct?
Yeah, deal.
Open that case. It's an orange curtain. There's nothing there.
Oh, open that box of goldfish.
Ready? Here we go. I'm sorry you lost. There you go. Howie Mandel's birthday today. No deal. Or maybe a deal. I don't know. The card plays the happy birthday song. Sung by dogs. So I don't know if we really learned anything from it. So if you're watching on Twitch, we're going to send you over to Kathleen L. You can say good morning from GMS. Takeaways that were pretty okay, chat. What is something you learned from today's show? Chris M.E. said, my takeaway is that Ryan was cracked on Mike's stream yesterday. Downs won the Billy Thundergun Award. Colton says Downs is more fun playing in his stream than me just winning. A joy to watch. Brendan, my work has become a black hole of Wi-Fi lately for some reason, so I'm only getting a spinning pinwheel. Chat, you are all lovely, and I hope you have a great start to your week. Thanks for a great stream, Ryan. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. My takeaway that's pretty okay is the Doppler effect is different than the Doppler radar. So if you're looking for weather, turn to the Doppler radar. If you're looking for explanations, turn to the Doppler effect. And the person who founded, I don't know how that works, the Doppler effect had a birthday today. So there you go. We'll do it again tomorrow. Mike and Sean will be back with us as well on Tuesday. So have a great day. Please say good morning from GMS to Kathleen L. And we will see you again on Tuesday, as we do Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Facebook game, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, gamingmorningshow.tv.